to head off to Hamilton to take on the Tiger Cats. What a game tonight in the CFL. There's a whack of NFL games. One with Saskatchewan Roughrider playing in it. We'll talk about that. Canadian flag teams off to a good start at the World Championships in Dusseldorf. The Toronto Blue Jays on the diamond right now. So if you're taping the game or you don't want to know what's up, we'll give you some time to maybe plug it. We'll just keep that maybe for the ticker. Yeah. Until the ticker. You're good right now. It's in the 8th inning. That much I can say. Lots of Rider audio. Co-hosting today on Thursday, as usual, fan favorite Sharky is with us in California Golden Seals hat.
I heard you talking about logos earlier, right?
This week.
Mm-hmm. So as I was driving, by the way, big fan of the show. Listen all the time.
Thank you.
Driving around the city, I was thinking, what are my favorite logos, defunct and otherwise?
Yeah. That's a good hat.
It is.
You can see Sharky's hat if you watch the show.
Yeah.
On our YouTube.
Love that logo.
Our YouTube feed.
Love that logo.
Just go to sportscage.com and then you can watch. And if you're doing that, Curtis and Colson really like if you can hit the like button and subscribe. They always tell me that. Sometimes I forget. Colson is here with us as well. When Sharky's here, we never got to this for Flooring Superstore. Trent Dickin and his team.
Park and Arcola, cash carry, great selection, absolutely fantastic selection. And if you don't want to install it, call them. They'll hook you up.
Yeah, and I might need to start thinking about carpet.
Really?
And yeah, it's that time.
Wife looked at you funny the other day. Said this got to go.
No.
Your lino.
I don't. Here's the thing. Here's the honest truth, and why I get the heebie-jeebies about getting new carpet. It's just like you got to move everything.
Yep. Yeah, I hated that.
Yeah, like that part. There's no easy way around it, is there?
No, your wife wants it done, but she doesn't help move.
No, she probably would.
No.
We're standing a deck right now, and that's when my back is shot for the last week.
That's where you go to Freeze Tolman. And you get the right decking material so you don't have to stand.
Never did it originally, though.
Well,
should have done it originally. Yeah. Should have done it originally. It screwed that part
Saved
up.
$2 a square foot, and now what? You're out there staining.
Every 2 years.
Yeah.
But now the kids are able to join the party.
Sure. Slave labor, nice touch.
They're to join nice touch, the party. Riders and Hamilton this week. First off, I get to sit with you at the game for a bit.
Yes, that was fun.
And
up in the nosebleeds?
No, those are good seats, man.
Good seats.
Those are good, really good seats. It was nice to kind of just be and everybody around, and I forgot about everyone the high five.
Oh, we got a festive section.
Lots of high fiving. But that first half, oof.
Yeah, it was a little dicey.
Just how good is the under? I hit the under. Everyone around is like, yeah, I heard.
Everybody's cheered for you.
Yeah, the under. And then Hamilton. What's your take on Hamilton? Because I said this on Tuesday, and if you're listening, and Arash disagreed with me. I think Hamilton, like the bones of a decent football team, are there. So I'm kind of worried. We don't know enough about Harrison Frost.
I don't.
Trey Ford, if he was named the starter,
you're always worried about Trey Ford.
I think I'm like a little bit uneasy.
My take on Hamilton is kind of the opposite of Ottawa. Ottawa's at least got some offensive weapons and can come at you, and if you break down defensively, they're going to.
Are you drunk?
No, just wait.
Kenny Lawler. Okay.
What Hamilton doesn't have is a quarterback to move the ball successfully. Not regularly. He might get the odd series, but not regularly. Their defense has got to win the game for them, and that's a tough spot to put a team in. Kenny Lawler is a great receiver. How many catches does he have since they've lost Bo Levi?
Let's go through here. Let's give Sharky, let's get some learning. They almost beat BC last week in BC. So we go to player stats for the Hamilton
I've lost my mouse
Tiger
today.
Cats.
I might as well have a third thumb.
Curly Gittins Jr., you talked about him last week.
I did.
He's not a bad. Keandre Smith.
Again.
Kenrick Wheatfall he's underachieved so far this year, and he gets some targets. Larry Roundtree III and then Kenny Lawler. So they have.
I am not dishing their receivers. Let's be clear.
You don't think that Harrison Frost can get him the ball?
Trey Ford has completed 48 of 73, right?
Mm-hmm.
With Hamilton.
Mm-hmm.
Harrison Frost, 29 of 53.
They must see something there, though, for them to go back to him.
And Jake Dolegala, 17 of 32.
They're smarter than us. They see these guys every day. They must see something in the Frosty.
Whatever they saw in Dolegala is gone. That ship sailed.
Yeah, they were Ronnie Millsap, that one. Yeah.
And the Trey Ford thing, that interception might be the defining moment of Trey Ford's career. It might come down to that play.
Yeah, because that's kind of his last.
That's kind of his last toss.
The last time we saw him.
Right. So now it's what can Frost do? How can he be worse than the other two? Right.
Kicking. There's some talk on maybe Dawson Hodge.
Yeah.
I can't see it on the road in Hamilton. Although last year when they tried Buddy in Ottawa and he kicked it sideways,
kicked it into the stands.
I don't think they make. What do you think there? And kid out of Canadian College, been here. I think they stay with Hale.
I don't think it matters. Let me put it to you that way.
Okay.
I don't think it matters. Right? Hale hasn't wowed anybody. He hasn't set the world on fire. It's not like he's missed the 20 yards and made the 60 yards, right? He's been inconsistent. So he's had his chance through 8. It's time to look to see if there's another opportunity.
So you would make the move?
I wouldn't be scared to.
Wow. You can have your say on the show. Prairieland Rentals.
I thought you were going to tell me I was crazy.
Prairieland Rentals text line 936-6262. Prairieland Rentals located at 600 Albert Street. You get to deal with the owner, anything you need to rent, and also Husqvarna dealer as well. Did you hear about this?
Go ahead.
We'll go back to the Riders here in a moment. Yesterday, the CEBL championship game 1, best of 3, between Winnipeg and Brampton, played in Brampton.
Okay.
Game 1, canceled.
No, why?
Condensation on the floor. So at first I'm like, oh man, yeah. But then
if the floor's slippery,
tricky.
you can't play basketball.
Again, it's probably tricky. So now they're going to a 1-game shootout Saturday in Winnipeg. So if you're not doing anything,
slide by.
You want to get into Winnipeg, go to the Viscount Gort and
we're still banned from there. There was an incident.
Silver Heights. Yeah, so it kind of got me thinking of
the Viscount Gort,
the COVID museum. There was just different. There it is. If you're watching the stream, the CEBL statement. Games get canceled in other sports because of, wasn't there a baseball game in the last however many years where there was a sprinkler ruptured and a field got...
And lots of those in the minor league.
Wet, yeah, well, the show. Hockey. I remember playing in a hockey game. It was junior. And one of the pipes
burst.
It wasn't working.
Yeah.
So down the middle, it wouldn't freeze.
Or the Zamboni started on fire, or
one of the
hydraulics broke.
There's been that.
Yeah.
There's been, what was it, a few years ago, they had to call this is probably 10 years ago now, they had to call a welding truck onto the ice because they couldn't get something wrong with the gate and one of the benches fixed.
So
football.
Do we know what caused the problem in Brampton? Do we know what caused the condensation? Because obviously it's not that fixable if they've just moved on.
Well, are we thinking that they would have put it on? Is this on top of some ice of some sort?
Could be in the Steelheads Arena.
Colson, do you
have that?
I am doing Googling right now.
Thank you, Colson. You're the best.
I was going to say, I did, and Ed Stevens said this on the YouTube chat. Condensation on the floor is a fancy way to say they had a leak. I did see
That's a good point.
Yeah, I did see, this was probably 10 years ago, where there was a basketball game that was canceled, and then the video came out after, and like a pipe burst under the stands and flooded the floor. And I was like, that's not condensation on the floor. That's a leak. Just say leak. So
Could be a leak.
That's funny.
That makes more sense.
I was wondering why there wasn't any pictures of anything, and I hadn't found any pictures.
The game was supposed to be at Brampton's CAA Center, if that's where the hockey is.
Yeah, that doesn't.
Is that where the look up Sharky if that's where the steelheads
On it.
I guess a broken pipe, but then why a pipe broke? We had to cancel the game.
Yeah.
It's not condensation. That's called a flood. It's called flooding. It's water.
They play in the CAA
on
Center.
the floor.
Yeah. They both play in the same building.
Okay, so maybe that makes sense.
Yeah, Steelheads and Honey Badgers are their two tenants right now. Yeah.
Wasn't there a hockey
Great names.
Zamboni that blew transmission fluid and it was all over the ice recently?
I remember. I don't know how long ago it was, but I remember the images of it.
I would think hockey's up there with having to postpone or cancel a game because of ice conditions or something.
But the thing about ice conditions with a Zamboni, you can usually repair it unless the pipes are broke underneath and it's not freezing. Right? We've seen them come out with the fire extinguishers to freeze the ice.
Oh, Eric Francis and I were at that Las Vegas Golden Knights game this year that was postponed for like 30 minutes because of the decal.
Again, they didn't close the... Right? They didn't close the...
I thought it was getting close.
Wasn't that a playoff game?
No.
Right
before. But the hockey would have the most finicky surface. Am I like the round table here? I don't know. Basketball.
I think grass is the most finicky. And natural grass, not artificial turf.
For baseball or for football?
For baseball.
Well, baseball, it's the clay. That's always the problem, right? That's why you have the rain delays. It's because if the clay gets too wet, then it doesn't function the way it's supposed to, right, in the infield.
But also, if the grass is completely soaked, you can't
absolutely.
Play.
Yeah. Then you just end up with the slip and slide matches that we see in college football.
You got 100-mile-an-hour object coming at you with slippery hands, scary, and the bat thing, scary.
Football doesn't cancel because of weather. Smoke.
There are
Football,
literally
you can kind of play in anything.
Lightning stops it.
Lightning stops everything though, unless you're indoors or if the power goes out and you're indoors. But there's literally college football games where there's a hurricane like 10 hours from making landfall, but we're playing this college football game while we're drowning. Like it's
in the
insane.
monsoon that's coming, that's prevailing.
That's always nuts to me.
Cash money, homie. Jeffrey,
tickets are sold.
Jeffrey on the text line, all they needed was a little flex tape.
Jeffrey's not
What's
wrong.
that guy's name? Bill?
No, who's the flex tape
does
guy?
Flex tape. He's got a boat and flex tape. I call bull. You know what on that?
So do I.
I need to see that thing in action.
Phil Swift.
Phil Swift. Bill, Phil.
Yeah.
They're all the same. Bill's his brother, Billy Swift. He was a slap chop guy. Roscoe, what's the over-under for Sharky number of friends?
Really? That's where you want to go, Roscoe?
What for what?
Well, it's because right off the
What did
start,
we
you
type?
said 2 listeners or 2 friends or whatever it was. Right off the start of the show, so that's when he came in.
Okay. Thanks, Roscoe. Thanks for listening to every word that comes out of my mouth, by the way.
He's probably on the Last Mountain
Raspberry
vodka
lemonade?
thing.
Yeah. Hey, are they coming in today? I could use something today.
No, they're not in for another couple weeks.
Okay.
James is saying, hey boys, Larry Roundtree, Richard Roundtree, Harrison Frost, Harrison Ford, relax, no worries, Riders by 10 all day. James, it's a good text. That's a good one.
He's not wrong. Like we're going to need him to kick converts and kickoffs. That's it.
Okay, well,
Tommy Stevens takes care of third down.
I don't know if I'm going to take that line. I don't know if I'm going to take the line when it comes to game time on Saturday. I have to figure out that. The Rochdale Rocket, he says he's in Winnipeg. Is that what you're telling us? You're in Winnipeg?
Going to the basketball game?
To Saturday night, maybe going to the Bombers Ottawa. Oh, what a clash that's going to be tonight.
Ottawa's going to beat somebody. They're not going to go over.
I don't know, man. Did you see some of those plays last week?
They're not going to go for it.
They couldn't snap, hold, kick in a professional game. They were practicing it on the sideline. When I was sitting in your seats,
I know they were down there.
They are legit having a full-on practice right now with special teams. Like they're running. Is this allowed? They're having another practice.
Now the kick, the snapper got left on a cart earlier.
The long snapper, yeah.
Which was just.
And I still
weird.
don't understand that rule because he didn't get run over because he was down. He stood up and actually fell over his own guy.
Well, no, we have the tape. He gets hit, and I think it was you, Colson.
Have we been through
that
this?
Said maybe he hit his head on the turf, but he tries to watch this. He tries to hook the leg of when it comes in slow motion. It's good. He tries to hook the leg of the rider player, so he's got the wherewithal to try and do that. Did we hear what the injury was?
So he's up.
Boom. That's okay. Look at tries to hook his leg. That could be a trip there. Maybe no. Where would he? Maybe it's his knee.
I thought he went over his own guy's leg, over 93's leg.
It was odd though.
Yeah.
Like I was like
somebody went through their rule book the day before to look that one up, to have that one ready.
You think that it would have been like so egregious, and when I went to the replay, and I was like, that's it.
Yeah.
What are we missing here?
Yeah. Like, I think we were both sitting there dumbfounded, going.
So
that could have been the beer. Too.
Guess. So this is from yesterday. Jeffrey, what's going on in your city? Big football game tonight. McMahon Stadium. I've heard it's not the greatest venue, but it's football. It's August. I'm
it's
sure
the one you got. You got to play at it.
It's good. As of yesterday, our friend Matty Young and his stadium tracker, guess how many tickets were sold and distributed for this game tonight in Calgary?
And who do they got?
PC. It's a big game.
21,000.
Colson, you got a guess?
Let's go 18,700.
18,592.
That was closer than I thought.
So the 8,500 seats still available.
Come on, Calgary. Be better.
It's a weird city.
Hey,
you got a weird
Calgary.
mayor.
Edmonton's kicking your butt right now.
Well, yeah. Then I looked at he's got Edmonton, Commonwealth, Toronto coming in. They are looking. There's about 21,000 already sold or distributed.
And that's a big game for both those teams too.
Oh, Jeffrey says pouring rain and a high of 10 right now, so the excuses are coming out.
Oh,
but remember, wasn't it last year that the Stamps had to play a game and it literally looked like there was like 15 people? Looked like a touch football game.
Right. Not only was it cold and rainy, it was windy to boot.
It was gross out.
Yeah, it looked like it's friends and family night.
You want to live near the mountains, you're going to get weird weather.
Yeah,
in your weird city with your weird mayor. Did you hear that? Speaking of Commonwealth. Commonwealth just had that Post Malone concert that went sideways because of the weather.
Rained out. Yep. Then
the Elks are starting to draw again a little bit. Then they had AC/DC. Then next week, and I really want to go to this, it's the week after, I think. I still might be able to go.
What, AC/DC?
Dave's going to hate it if he's like, I can't do the show. But I got holiday days to burn. We're allowed to take holidays.
Yes.
I got a lot in the next 2 weeks, by the way, because I'm chasing kids.
So the next 2 weeks,
I'm kind of next 3 weeks, I'm gone a lot. But then they got Guns N' Roses. I think on the 26th. It's like a Wednesday.
Yep, I got a buddy going to that one.
Oh, tickets are so reasonable. Why aren't we going? That's what
I'm running out of holiday days.
Oh yeah. Would you prefer to see AC/DC or Guns N' Roses? Remarkably,
it's only 2 years since I've seen them both, and I saw them in Palm Springs. If I
together,
one night, one the next.
Oh.
Same venue, Coachella.
You went to Coachella?
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Finished off with Metallica on night 3.
Oh yeah, what a lineup!
Yeah, one night ACD. I opened with GNR, then ACDC, then Metallica. I'd go see GNR.
Me too.
Yeah, big time.
Like
AC/DC's aged. Like they're really old.
You get me a floor hockey game with a ghetto blaster in the corner. I love AC/DC as much as the next guy. Shout out Pleasant Hill Elementary School. Used to run a nice Thursday night game there. But I am a Guns N' Roses. I saw Axl by himself at the Joint the new joint, and it was the Hard Rock in Vegas.
Okay.
Which is now, I think, Virgin or whatever it's called. It's off the strip. They used to have great concerts, and it was Axl by himself. He went on really late. Mama Bear was prego, I think, with my daughter. She's like, I'm going to bed. I'm not staying up, because the lady was like, I think he's going to go on around 1 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
And she was like, see ya. So one of my best friends lives there. We go. And he was so good. Small venue, small-ish. And then November Rain came on. And all of a sudden, a small venue, the piano goes up, and then he goes hovering over the crowd doing November Rain. And I'm just like, I didn't give a rip what time it was at this point. We're dieseling Red Bull vodkas. And I think we got out of there. It was like 4:30 a.m.
Oh, my goodness.
And then we just said, well, we might as well gamble.
Look, the casino's open. What are the odds?
Exactly.
So I saw GNR when they hear at the Mosaic.
Yeah.
I can't remember what that was. I think it was pre-COVID, wasn't it?
Oh, way
pre-COVID.
We haven't had anything since COVID.
And then I saw them in Coachella. I would tell you this, that their show has ramped up considerably.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, you're making me want to go.
Their Coachella show was very, very good. Yeah, very good.
Favorite Guns N' Roses song?
November Rain's right up there.
I know, it is.
It is.
That video's good,
yeah,
too.
the video's awesome.
Those are like just when videos were starting to be like really cool.
When they were taking them to Paradise City's great, too, right? Well,
I like Mr. Brownstone.
You do?
It's like hidden.
It's kind of a little hidden track.
Yeah. Should I go? Who do I know? And I would go golf. Go play some golf in Edmonton. Treat myself.
Take Dusty. Get up there.
Dusty's up there. Lieutenant's up there. I got another buddy up there. I'm kind of talking myself into it.
You can make friends.
Luke Combs just announced.
Where?
Next year in May.
In
Commonwealth. We have. What do we do? Anything? Can we get a guy like that here? Now, I know that's a tough business. It's a tough racket. We're going to see in a few weeks when the Foo Fighters are here how Saskatchewan wants to support a big show. And if we don't see the support, then you know what we do? We shut up.
Yep.
Because
we had our chance.
I'm not a big Foo Fighters fan. I like them.
Yep.
They are supposed to be one of the best bands touring live shows. Like Pink.
I've heard the same. Yeah.
I like Pink, but you got to see her live. Wife and I went and saw her at Allegiant in Vegas. Worth it, for sure.
And the other thing I've heard about the Foo Fighters, best in an outdoor stadium.
Yes.
Yes. Like you don't want to see them indoors.
Yeah.
Right? Because of just the way they play and the show they have. You got to see them outdoors. So I'm really excited about going to see them. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that one.
I am too.
And I'm really looking forward to seeing what kind of support we got. How many people are sitting and being, play the weather. You got to play the weather here, too.
Yeah.
We're going to play the weather. And you know what? We can say, hey, what's our population in Sasky these days? What are we bragging about?
1,000,001, 1,000,002.
No, it's got to be more than that.
No,
now.
right around that. Colson, fact checker.
I'm on it. Just give me a second.
I'm going to say 1.4.
No. We're 1.18.
I'm going to say 1.4. Population of Saskatchewan.
Estimates are 1.26.
We're both wrong. I went over. Price is Right rules. I'd be out. So 1.26. How many are like music fans that would go to a concert?
Well, you think about it. Out of 1.26, you only need 35,000 to fill the stadium.
But still, like, things have changed, man. And It's a big building, and
okay. So back up. I went to Collective Soul 2 weeks ago, right?
Oh,
fantastic.
Where the River Flows. Let's go.
Yeah.
What an album.
So such a good show, man. Such a good show.
Heavy. That the beginning of Heavy should be entrance music for junior hockey teams.
For everything.
Still.
Yes. And what a showman, Ed. Like, what a showman up there on stage, and he's got it all going on. But so they called a guy. They asked if anybody could play guitar. And I'm about to raise my hand thinking, wait a second, what am I doing? What am I doing here? There's a guy in the front row, like 2 rows in front of me, raises his hand. He goes up, plays December with him. Not only plays it, like knew it, because he practiced it beforehand, because he plays all their songs, was part of the act, did a fantastic job. Here's the part we missed. He's from Medicine Hat. He came to the show from Medicine Hat. So we have to think of the bigger picture when we think of those concerts coming to town, right? We have to think beyond even the Saski borders.
Oh, yeah. If you're an American,
Montana, right?
I've always said if you're just over the line in the States and Country Thunder rolls in and it's like $300 Canadian or whatever it is.
That's your empties returned.
Yes. What does that work out? Like $100 American?
Yeah. Why wouldn't I go?
Cha-ching. I'm going to take advantage of these Canadians again. I'm going up to watch whatever.
Whatever it is.
There'll be people coming from the States to see the Foo Fighters here.
Brandon, whatever. Yeah.
Or Brandon.
Yeah.
Sure. Speaking of weird cities.
Exactly. Weird
places. Man, it's we're going sideways here, but that's okay.
No, that's what we do.
It is all good. We got Coach May stuff coming up. What do you got to go last thing?
No, I just wanted to go back to this old logo thing.
Okay.
So what was your favorite out of the old logo thing?
It's not so much a logo. Well, you were listening on the radio, so you wouldn't have seen it. Do you still have those, Colson?
I would have to find it. Give me 1 sec.
Because you did the San Antonio CFL one.
That's just the one of the American teams.
I like that one too.
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah.
I've always loved the Maine Black Bears. Their kits, their logo, their colors.
Yep.
Hockey, football, whatever sport they're playing, that kind of double blue, black.
Yeah, they got a nice look to it. Yep.
And then I love, so that's the Maine Black Bears.
Cool.
The Detroit Little Caesars.
Very cool. Yeah.
Love just that color combo. It's out there. It's bright. Yeah, those are just two that I've always loved. You are.
I thought you were more defunct. I thought you were going on the defunct angle because I didn't hear the whole show in and out of the vehicle. California Golden Seals. Loved that look, especially the original one. Not when they did the Seals word on it, but when it had
I like the Seals
the Seals in the sea. And then one of my other favorites was the USFL Tampa Bay Bandits. Guy riding a horse. I think he's got a rope. It was a great look. Let's see if Colson can dig that up. Tampa Bay Bandits. Yeah.
I'm just grabbing it here. Quick note on long snapper for Ottawa, Peter Ajay. It was an elbow injury that he's out with.
So something weird happened when he fell down there. Yeah. Or else he just has bad elbows.
Tampa Bay Bandits is another big favorite for me.
I don't think I've ever seen this logo.
I just grabbed it here. Give me 1 second to pull it up.
That's why we have Colson. He's one of the best.
And if you're watching on the YouTube chat through sportscage.com.
Is that it, Sharky?
Yep, that's it.
Meh.
What do you mean, meh?
The horse looks like something out of Nintendo.
It also was 1983 when they made it.
It's all squared off.
At the time, it was epic.
Meh. That's what I say on that one.
It was probably the best original USFL logo from the 80s.
Okay, we're going to break, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to hear from Coach Mace today. I promise. It is the Sports Cage.
Sure.
Sharky is in for Flooring Superstore. The show is brought to you by Access Communications. We will be right back.
Listen weekdays at noon for Saskatchewan Today on CKRM with your host, Ryan Young. Offering the most extensive agricultural news coverage with precision weather meteorologists in an industry that moves fast. Stay updated with the latest, most reliable information in ag news. Crisis and trends, all in one place. Available anytime at SaskAgToday.com. Saskatchewan Today, your trusted source for all things agriculture. Sponsored by Affinity Credit Union on 620 CKRM.
The Roughriders season is here and the biggest 50-50 in Saskatchewan is back. Last year's 50-50 raised over $3.3 million for amateur football in Saskatchewan, and we couldn't do it without you. Thank you, Rider Nation. This year, we have bigger loyalty and early bird prizes than ever before, not to mention those life-changing 50-50 jackpots. See all of the prizes and buy your tickets today at riders5050.ca, and never miss a chance to win when you sign up for the 50-50 Club.
Riders 50-50 is presented by ISC.
Lottery license LR260010.
Why juggle multiple providers when you can have one seamless experience? On the farm, acreage, or cottage, Access Communications has you covered with internet, TV, and security. One provider, one bill. One reliable rural home solution, backed by our great customer service. Get internet and Wi-Fi that hold up in tough weather, plus TV anywhere with Access Next TV. And security you can monitor from your phone. You can have it all with Access. Sign up today and save $20 per month when you combine services. Visit myaccess.ca.
Regina, it's time to rally behind your Rams. Regina Rams season tickets are on sale now and include admission to all 4 home games this season. Every ticket helps support student athletes who are proudly representing our community, balancing classes, training, and competition to perform at their best. Bring your family, bring your friends. Wear your green and get ready to make some noise. Support the next generation of Rams and experience every home game moment. Get your Regina Rams season tickets today at cougarsandrams.com/tickets.
Hello, Clarice.
It's Brittany.
Have the lambs stopped screaming?
Those aren't lambs. That's my garage door. I don't know why it's making that sound.
I hope you called Busy Bee Doors. They can fix or replace any commercial or garage door.
I did, and?
Brittany? Paul from Busy Bee. What's with the old guy on the dolly?
Ugh, ignore him.
I do wish we could chat longer, but...
Busy Bee Doors, the garage door specialists.
Welcome back to Sportscage. Check out our podcast powered by Freeze Tolman. Available anytime, anywhere at 620ckrm.com and sportscage.com.
Access Communication bringing us the program today. Sharky is with me for Flooring Superstore. Okay, let's get back into the CFL. Coach Mace, we get ready for Hamilton coming up this weekend. Harrison Frost. We talked about him. Do you know anything about him?
Not a thing.
Okay, either do I.
Not even a household name in his own home.
Coach Mace was asked if he's watched Hamilton QB Harrison Frost's UFL film to get ready for him.
Yeah, there's a UFL film available to us, but just seeing him inside, the system that he is in currently, you definitely have to focus on that. But look, man, he's been entrusted with the job and the ball in his hands each play from a coach who obviously has had tremendous success in this league and has worked with some really good quarterbacks. So, they feel that he's the best option. We have to operate as we're getting, again, a better version of that team.
Does he? That's nice speak. I don't know if it's a better version.
Yeah.
Different version. Different version.
Like I said, though, Milanovic sees him every day, sees this guy, knows something.
Yeah.
So that's, and to your point, can he get the players the ball?
That's right.
The A-list guys.
That's because they've got some great receivers. They got some playmakers, right? But nobody's got him the ball since Bo Levi's left.
Since Bo went down, Kenny Lawler's had less than 50 yards in every single game.
There's the answer to your question, right? Harrison Frost has got to hit those guys. And the other thing about a young quarterback, when he sees double team on his guy, he automatically goes to his second choice. So they're not likely to throw into that double team scenario just because they're not that confident in where they're going to throw the ball. They say they might be, but it's still a big challenge when you see your guy double teamed.
Mace on what he sees from the Hamilton defense.
Yeah, they coached well. Guys fly around, make plays. They got some playmakers up front. Obviously, the linebacker core, or myself, obviously familiar with Winton and us being with Brax as well. Stubblefield's a hell of a player. They're back in. They got some ball players back there, man. So I think it kind of fits the mold of, the Hammer, the Hamilton vibe that they're going for. They're an aggressive football team. So again, tall task for us offensively.
Again, he's being nice.
Well, no, I agree with him even more here. Hamilton, if they're going to win, they're going to win it on defense, right? They're going to have to take away the Riders, and if the Riders can take their defense out of the game or make their defense play a ton, they get a chance to win this without too much trouble. You're perplexed.
Hamilton, always going to Hamilton just kind of scares me. I talked to Schulte about it yesterday.
It does seem to be a weird place for us.
Weird vibes.
It does.
All that and this team, what they have. But on a Rider side, the surprising stat for some is we have the fewest points allowed.
We do.
In the CFL. Coach Mace on if he takes pride in that.
Yeah, whatever that number is, it's just if you're leading the league in it, it's generally that's pretty good. But obviously, ratio of points for us is, if we're giving up 45 but we're scoring 46, I'm okay. I'm okay as long as it ends in the win column. So, one defensive stat you want to look at is where we're at in points per game, and if that's where we're sitting right now. It's something to hang your hat on, but it's a lot of football left.
So, the injury report and game status just came out.
Yep.
Zach Fry out.
On Riderville.
Daniel Johnson out. James Letcher Jr. out. Ali Saad out. And Quali Conley
out.
Questionable.
Oh.
Hamstring.
That's what it is it?
So now, since that came out, Chikai.
We had a guy on the practice roster. Is he getting activated?
Let's go check out if the line's moved. Actually, since I like Conley.
I do too.
He's a long time. He might be a long time guy here.
Yeah, I do too.
I really
like his game.
No, Saski, where I'm looking, still -7.
That's a fair line.
So, yeah, so Mace was asked today, before we kind of knew this, looks like roster continuity week over week. Does that say about your players rising to the standard and chemistry required for success?
Yeah, and I think that it bodes well for, how we practice, how these guys communicate in their meeting rooms, because, that is a big element. It's not just say there's somebody there at a new spot, but, there's reps and reps and reps of communication, be it practice and in game, that, you're not sharing with somebody. It's somebody new that you're communicating with. So it's a credit to how the guys work in meeting rooms and having those conversations and those dialogues. As if they're on the field, even if they're not in that current moment. So that prepares you for times like this. So, again, that's just part of being a professional. We talk about that, and those guys are doing a great job.
What do you...
Well, now, yeah. No Conley. Like, at what point do we...
Starkorius Thomas.
Maybe he's unbelievable. Like, really,
fifth best.
How long ago were people like, who the heck is Quali Conley? AJ Olette, Thomas Bertrand. You guys got to start somewhere. Starkorius? Thomas?
Yeah. Starkorius Thomas. Yeah.
Let's go.
University of Tennessee. Played
Big
for the Volunteers.
Big school.
Yeah.
He's played in front of 80, 90,000.
Yeah. New Mexico State. See what he can do. It's his time to shine.
The one, and then so you Tavon Campbell, I've said it on the program lots, how I think he is so instrumental.
Big loss
to this team. But Marcus Sales, he's a step-up guy. Marcus Sales has seen a lot. So he'll be thrust on one of the league's best with Kenny Lawler and Keandre Smith and in Ottawa, what he did there. But I really liked that part of how the communication against Ottawa.
Oh, yeah.
And then the second game against Edmonton. Because that was the knock. It's like, well, communication, all that. And then where's
Marcus Sales is a leader back there. Like he's a veteran leader, calm, right? Under control. Right,
and I wonder where all the Joshua Bell, Fire Bell, we gotta get rid after the Edmonton game. Hold on,
215 points against.
Hold on, yeah. Bell and Mace know.
Yeah, they know what they're doing.
Did
they come to your job and tell you to put those boxes straight? Come on, straighten up.
Big Bucks guy.
Yeah.
Marcus Sales with Dave Thomas talking about having to face the top receivers in the league with Tavon Campbell out.
Marcus, want to talk to you a little bit about the secondary and the dynamic. Obviously, there's been changes due to injury this year that maybe add some more importance to your role, and the fact that you have to bring leadership and veteran experience. Do you feel that?
Yeah. I mean, that's part of my job, though. I've been here this is my third year here. It's 8th year in the CFL, and, that just comes with it. I'm supposed to be that person that's supposed to bring up the young guys or bring up somebody that hasn't had that much experience. And, hopefully they've been able to learn something from me. And granted, I feel like our play has been pretty well for most of the season, and we're just going to add on top of it.
In years previous or even earlier this season, there wasn't as much flipping strong side, weak side. There has been since Tavon has gone out. So that means you've got to line up against some pretty impressive receivers all the time. Is that a challenge to you week in and week out?
Yeah. I mean, I love going against, any of the top receivers in this league. Whenever I get a chance to, go against somebody like that, it builds my game. It makes, playing in the game a lot more, intense. And, granted, wherever the coaches need me to be, I'm going to be ready for it. So.
This week, Keandre Smith and Kenny Lawler are two guys that you're likely going to see a lot of. What challenges do they present?
Yeah, I mean, they have a history of already being big play receivers. Kenny, of course, he's going to get his deep shots. Keandre, he moves around a lot, but he's still going to find his holes and find his plays. And granted, like our recipe every single week is just pretty much not give up a lot of the explosion plays. They're going to get their catches here and there, but if we don't give up any explosions or we don't give up any touchdowns, we feel like we'll be successful.
I know you're one of 12 on a defense, but how important is that one-on-one matchup should that come?
Yeah, no, it is important. I mean, they know they're going to get him the ball. He's their number one receiver, and he's pretty much lined up in the boundary a lot. So I'm going to get a lot of work. And granted, I feel like I trust my game. I trust what I can do in this defense, and he feels the same way on offense. But it's going to be a great game, a great shootout, and we just feel like we play all 1 of 12. We'll be successful totally.
When you look at who's going to be throwing them the ball, does that change your approach or anything that you would do to prepare?
You can say that a little bit. I mean, granted, if you compare him to Bo Levi, they may have, some different type of tendencies, but at the same time, I mean, it's all about our X's and O's. If we're pretty much, route concepts and, where certain people are supposed to be. It's not so much about who's throwing it. So granted, as long as we, lock down on what we've been talking about in film, I feel like we'll be okay.
You've been in this league a while. Hamilton's not an easy place to play. How come?
Yeah, they got some great fans out there. It's always pretty loud out there, and granted they're about to rally their team and they want to start seeing some wins. So I bet there's going to be a lot of people out there supporting them, and hopefully they'll get back on track. But when we go out there, we're pretty much locked in, and I kind of cancel out the noise and just try and focus on my job.
Marcus, as always, appreciate your time. Go get them this weekend.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Why juggle multiple providers when you can have one seamless experience? On the farm, acreage, or cottage, Access Communications has you covered with internet, TV, and security. One provider, one bill. One reliable rural home solution, backed by our great customer service. Get internet and Wi-Fi that hold up in tough weather, plus TV anywhere with Access Next TV. And security you can monitor from your phone. You can have it all with Access. Sign up today and save $20 per month when you combine services. Visit myaccess.ca.
4 home games, 1 season ticket, and brand new perks for Rams fans. Regina Rams season tickets are on sale now, giving you admission to every home game. Season ticket holders receive early entry at Leibel Field to find their perfect spot, plus access to a dedicated season ticket entrance at Mosaic Stadium for faster entry. With giveaways, prizes, and fun activities, come support the student athletes who proudly represent Regina in the classroom and on the field. Get your season tickets today at cougarsandrams.com/tickets.
The world is changing. From the misuse of AI and the rise of deepfakes to the dangerous spread of misinformation, it's getting harder for Canadians to separate fact from fiction. That's why having a trustworthy news source is vital. At Global News, we're committed to objective journalism that cuts through the noise. Stick to the facts. Global News, Canada's trusted news.
What's the deal with flooring? Apparently, there are 75 shades of rustic oak.
No matter what flooring you need, the experienced local team at Flooring Superstore can help you find the right fit for your home and your budget. Whether it's hardwood, laminate, carpet, tile, vinyl, linoleum, artificial turf, floors for gyms, they've got it all.
If your decorating instincts have always missed the mark, maybe it's time you do the opposite. Visit Flooring Superstore.
Flooring Superstore. Quality floor covering at the best price. FlooringSuperstoreRegina.ca.
Text CKRM 306-936-6262. Powered by Prairie Land Rentals. From power tools to skid steers, they probably have what you need for your job. 600 Albert Street, where you deal with the owner. It's time for the Sports Ticker. Brought to you by Reliance Heath Water Heater Rentals. Rent a water heater and water softener starting at about $1.20 a day and get $400 when you switch to Reliance Heath.
If you just missed it, the Riders have Collie Quanley questionable for this weekend's game in Hamilton. Riders did a signing today. American receiver Rashad Owens. He signed with the Cincinnati Bengals, undrafted free agent, following the 2025 NFL Draft. Registered 3 catches, 25 yards in the preseason. San Antonio native signed with the Stampeders in January of 2026. Spent the early part of the season on the club's practice roster. Week 11 starts tonight. Good one in Calgary. Too bad a lot of people aren't going. BC's in town. Stamps are -4, -3.5. Depends where you want to look. And the over-under 64, 63.5. At the World Flag Football Championships in Dusseldorf, Germany, Canada men 26-6 over the second-ranked Austrians early this morning. The women, they dumped Panama 27-14 and also took care of Brazil 36-6. Blue Jays, if you tape the game, plug your ears, they got shellacked by the Red Sox today, 7-0. So they won 3 of 4. Saskatoon beat Moose Jaw. They're going to play Sylvan Lake in the WCBL final starting Saturday. And NFL preseason tonight.
Yes.
6 games. Let's get sprinkling NFL preseason football. It's a wild ride. Dante Myers expected to be in the lineup as Cincinnati hosts Detroit. Sportscage.com poll. If you could pick one ride or home game to go to, where would you go? Vote at sportscage.com.
You mean away game?
Away game. I said road game, didn't I?
I thought you said home game. Sorry.
Man. It's been a long week.
I don't pay that close attention to you. I'm not going to lie.
Thanks, Trish.
Yeah.
I mean, Turkey. But yeah, Cincinnati tonight. Dante Myers.
Gonna get to see him.
Running around, catching some footballs. I'm going to try and watch this game. It'll be on one of the Cincinnati affiliates. I get every channel in the world. Should be able to. There's some video if you're watching. Dante's looked good. They had the article that was going around social media of him getting...
You were hoping he was coming back.
Yeah, now that I'm glad I didn't sprinkle on that, Jim, because I don't think it's going to happen. Well, you never know.
I think it was Arash who said guys that are on the practice roster that are non-contract or whatever, they're the easiest ones to move, or injured report, easy to move. So,
but isn't the practice roster so large now that you can keep a lot of guys?
I'm not up on my NFL practice rosters.
Are you up on your CFL practice rosters?
A little bit. Not entirely, but a little bit.
Yeah, they, tomorrow, I am going to have, tomorrow's Friday.
Yes.
I'm going to have Joe Dannerman from Cincinnati on the program to talk about Dante Myers and what he did a nice little feature on him, and then he's going to be watching him closely tonight. He was going to come on today, and I said, "Well, let's do it after the game." And he said, "That is a good idea, my Canadian friend." So Joe will be on, and
so now you're his only friend. Nice.
From Canada.
Oh, from Canada.
He said, "I'm coming to the Foo Fighters. It's going to cost me $13 to come to that concert, and I get the exchange going."
Yeah.
But yeah, do you want to know the other games tonight? Here, I got the quarterbacks. I took a screenshot, old school style. I was watching the Pat McAfee show this morning.
Are any of them names we'd recognize?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Jordan Love's supposed to play for the Packers tonight.
First preseason game?
In Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Luke Altmaier is going to throw for Detroit against the Bengals. Joe Burrow.
Good luck, Luke.
Joe Flacco is also supposed to play for the Bengals and Dante Myers tonight.
Okay.
Colts Patriots, Anthony Richardson. What a fall from grace that guy's been.
He's got to...
For the Colts.
He's got to show up.
And for the Patriots, Tommy DeVito. is going to be playing. Chargers, Trey Lance. Texans, Davis Mills. Never heard of him.
Nope.
Frank's great nephew. Jacoby Brissett for the Arizona Cardinals.
Is he pegged to be the starter?
I think he might be. Oh, what a dysfunctional franchise.
Oh, I know. What a
Sorry,
fire.
Ned, if you're listening.
Yeah.
Didn't you hear, though, during the offseason for the Cardinals, they were in a contract dispute with Brissett. Like, he was holding out. Like, that's the guy you're going to hold out for? Like,
did someone go, hey, Jacoby, do you remember that you're Jacoby Brissett? Just be happy you're playing in the league.
And Arizona.
Happy somebody's interested in talking to you?
Anyways, back to that. Cardinals, Raiders. Kirk Cousins for the Raiders.
For the Raiders. The Raiders.
And then Tennessee should have Cam Ward throwing tonight. Trubisky will also play, it says. And for the 49ers, former Patriot Mac Jones.
Really?
There's
your quarterbacks tonight.
All from a screenshot.
All from Barney wasting time watching a little TV.
And then if you want the lines, the Bengals are 7-point favorites.
Well, of course they are. They're playing.
I know, but it's still a pretty. Burrow is he's going to get like
Lane Ulmer? Is Lane Ulmer the quarterback?
Former Swift Current Bronco.
Lane Ulmer,
50 goal scorer. But what is he going to? He's going to walk down the field once and then he's going to be out. But then Flacco will play. Flacco's. I can't believe he's still playing. Good.
I can. What else are you going to do?
New England is a dog at home against Indy with Tommy DeVito, 3 points. Las Vegas is a 3-point favorite at home against Arizona.
That tells you how bad they think Arizona is.
Las Vegas maybe is like, you know what? It's the first preseason game, but boy, do we need to show something to our fans. Let's pound these guys.
Yeah, they do need to show something. That goes without saying.
You took his stuff, you go pound him. And then the San Francisco 49ers are 6-point dogs at home with Mac Jones.
Not a lot of faith
against Tennessee and Cam Ward.
Yeah.
Former Red Deer Rebel.
Voice of the Edmonton Oilers.
That's Cam Moon.
Oh, Cam Moon. Sorry. Got my Cams mixed up.
Anything? Flag football? Did you hear what happened there?
What did we? Well, other than we win,
they couldn't get visas, and they're in Canada's pool. So Canada got a win. So they only have one more round robin game or pool play game tomorrow, and then
they advance. And who do they play tomorrow?
I knew you were going to ask me that.
Well, don't bring it up if you don't know the answer.
I have it here. And then the women...
Japan. They play Japan tomorrow.
That'll be a really good watch because Japan plays like a real different style.
Really?
Do you have the Paul Apple... Oh, we don't have any time. We're out of time anyway. Paul Apple-Lease. We had some Paul Apple-Lease clips after the game saying, hey, we're here to win this thing. And Austria, like I said, was ranked second. Clutch performer. We also... Miracle Treat Day at Dairy Queen's.
Yes.
They brought us blizzards today. This is where money that goes to stuff like this, I am all in.
That's easy to do.
Kids in a hospital,
you were going to buy.
They can't help themselves.
Nope. And
they didn't get the start that, like these kids can't help themselves. So I'm totally in on supporting this. Go to a Dairy Queen tonight. Treat yourself to a blizzard. It helps Children's Hospital Foundations locally.
What's your favorite blizzard?
I knew you were going to ask me that.
Well,
Score. That's what I ordered, and then I got cookie dough, which I'm still not going to complain.
Haven't had one in 25 years.
Mint Oreo would be up there.
Oh, nothing mint.
Reese's Pieces would be up there.
I could do that.
For a while there, they ran an O. Henry.
That would have been a nice touch. It would have been very nice.
It's the Sportscage.
Very nice. We
are streaming through our YouTube channel. We're going to go to news, and then we're back in hour 2. Arash Madani. Oh, something's going on with your truck outside. You might want to go check that. Arash Madani and Shaun Semple.
Look forward to that.
In hour 2, we're back after the news.
Great coaches make great calls. And at home, you're in control of the game.
Add SaskTel TV to your lineup and enjoy popular channels, including sports in stunning 4K for as low as $40 a month. So, what do you say, Coach? Ready to add in the difference maker? Visit SaskTel.com/make the call to learn more. Conditions apply.
Play of the game? Touchdown! More like the game to play. The new Saskatchewan Roughriders Scratch and Win ticket. It's your chance to win 10 years of Rider season tickets, a premium suite for the home opener and the Labor Day Classic, and tons of Rider swag. Plus, 2 chances to win $75,000. Tickets available at your favorite lottery retailers. Proudly brought to you by Sask Lotteries, supporting sport, culture, and recreation across the province. Please play responsibly.
What's the deal with carpet? You vacuum it every week, and it still acts like it's collecting evidence.
No matter what flooring you need, the experienced local team at Flooring Superstore can help you find the right fit for your home and your budget. Whether it's hardwood, laminate, carpet, tile, vinyl, linoleum, artificial turf, floors for gyms, they've got it all.
You know, that's actually a really good deal.
Flooring Superstore. Quality floor covering at the best price. FlooringSuperstoreRegina.ca.
The Roughriders season is here, and the biggest 50-50 in Saskatchewan is back. Last year's 50-50 raised over $3.3 million for amateur football in Saskatchewan, and we couldn't do it without you. Thank you, Rider Nation. This year, we have bigger loyalty and early bird prizes than ever before, not to mention those life-changing 50-50 jackpots. See all of the prizes and buy your tickets today at riders5050.ca, and never miss a chance to win when you sign up for the 50-50 Club.
Riders 50-50 is presented by ISC.
Lottery license LR260010.
This is 620 CKRM, a Harvard media station. Available everywhere in high-res audio with the CKRM app.
It's 4 p.m. Good afternoon. Mostly cloudy and 22 degrees in Regina. I'm Will Manzik from the SAS Today newsroom with 620 CKRM News. While crops in Saskatchewan continue to mature, the cool weather and dry conditions have kept harvest at 2% complete. This is below the 5-year average of 6%, but it's ahead of last year's 1%. Some relief was brought near Chesterfield and Milton, with up to 20 millimeters of rain reported. Cropland moisture, however, sits at 43%. Farmers are reminded to use caution during harvest as field conditions remain challenging overall. Here in the southeast part of Saskatchewan, one farmer believes he'll be able to harvest in the next week or two. Jake Legui farms in the Fillmore area, and he says lentils will be the first crop to work on.
We have some lentils that we desiccated here just a couple days ago. Should be kind of ready beginning of next week, I would think. Kind of depends a little bit on what happens over the next few days, though, as far as if we get some rain. That might set things back.
A wet June impacted his lentil crops, though, to the point where he believes there won't be much to harvest. Trade negotiations between Canada and the U.S. continue today. Trade Minister Dominic LeBlanc and U.S. Trade Representative Jameson Greer are set to meet this afternoon. Canadian press reporter Naira Ahmed tees up the meeting.
The meeting comes as Donald Trump's new round of 50% tariffs on a range of Canadian goods is set to take effect next week on Wednesday. The latest tariffs would have no exemptions for goods that comply with the Canada-U.S.-Mexico Agreement on Trade. It will be the second meeting between Dominic LeBlanc and Jameson Greer this week. Greer says next week's tariffs are in response to provincial bans on U.S. liquor, Canada's supply-managed dairy system, and quotas on certain American vehicles. Naira Ahmed, The Canadian Press.
The provincial NDP say it will keep pressing the government for answers about proposed AI data center projects. NDP leader Carla Beck and several MLAs heard concerns from residents about transparency, power use, and long-term impacts. Beck says people are frustrated by a lack of information and deserve clear answers. The proposed AI data center in Moose Jaw is not proceeding ahead, according to the province. Tons of people are going to be lined up outside of Dairy Queens all across the province today. It's Miracle Treat Day, where the province raises money for children's health care. All proceeds from Blizzard Treats bought today will support the Jim Pattison Children's Hospital Foundation. Last year, $282,000 was raised in the province, helping more than 83,000 kids and expecting mothers. At 6:20, CKRM News. Read more stories from around your community and around the province at sastoday.ca and 620ckrm.com.
Weather for Next Gen Coatings. Spray coatings for truck bed liners, rocker panels, and more. Same company, new name. 1865 McCarra Street, Regina.
Weather tonight, occasional showers and a thunderstorm in the area. A 70% chance, low down to 13. Tomorrow, showers likely in the morning, then remaining cloudy, high of 19. Friday night, clearing, low down to 12. Saturday, mostly cloudy, a high of 21. Sunday looks sun mixing with some afternoon cloud, maybe an isolated shower, high of 25. And looking ahead to Monday, we got mostly sunny and a high of 25. Right now, downtown Regina, it is mostly cloudy. It is 22 degrees.
For over 40 years, you've known them as Regina's trusted vehicle protection specialists. Now they're introducing the next gen of coatings. New name, new level of protection. They're now Next Gen Coatings. 3 generations of their family have served your family, and that hasn't changed. Same owners, same commitment, ready for the next gen of truck beds, rocker panels, trailers, bumpers, and running boards. The company hasn't changed, just the name. Next Gen Coatings. 1865 McCarra Street. The next gen starts now.
Broadcasting from Century Studios in downtown Regina, Harvard Media presents The Sports Cage, where Saskatchewan comes to talk local sports. Brought to you by Access Communications, trusted in rural Saskatchewan for internet, TV, and home security. Be part of the show. Call 1-866-767-0620 or text 306-936-6262. The Sports Cage. Streaming at sportscage.com, our YouTube channel, and on the radio at 620 CKRM.
Welcome back. Access Communications is the sponsor. Flooring Superstore. When Sharky is in town, Sharky just had to run outside. Looks like he's wrestling someone about a parking ticket out there right now. Benny on the text line, 936-6262. He said, Barney, tell the Sports Cage listeners to run to the lotto stands and hammer the under tonight of 60... Benny's good like this. 63.5 because it's raining cats and dogs in Calgary. What's the forecast tonight, though, Colson? Can you look that up quick in Calgary? Raining cats and dogs.
Yeah, 11 degrees right now with a light rain.
7 o'clock, 8 o'clock-ish.
Hourly, come on.
Lots of rain?
Yeah.
Lots of rain. It looks like lots of rain.
6 p.m., 4 millimeters of rain. 7 p.m., 3 millimeters, 8 p.m., 2 millimeters. So we're raining all throughout the night.
Hammer the under. I guess I'm going to do Arash by myself. Let's go talk to him.
It's time to go coast to coast with Arash Madani for Smart Investing Solutions. Be smart with your money. Call Brian Gawley at Smart Investing Solutions, 546-2533.
Coast to Coast with Arash Madani, live from the broom closet again today. Is this the last broom closet hit we're going to do?
It is. The finals of the National Bank Open go this evening in Montreal. And so the Wi-Fi password from 2021 on a Post-it note will no longer be necessary to use on the Sports Cage.
Good stuff. Some sad news out of Calgary. The great Peter Marr passes away today. I don't know how much you knew him. I know you've worked in the same circles. Just if you have any thoughts or memories of Peter.
Yeah, I spent a year covering the Flames living in Calgary, and I think a lot of people are going to talk about Barney just kind of the giant and the stature and the influence he was and that he had on hockey in Southern Alberta, on the Flames, what he meant, etc. But like one of the things about Peter Marr is nobody had a bad word to say about him ever. Like, he was universally beloved. And at a time where, well, especially in our business, there's a lot of MFing going on and, backstabbing and all those kinds of things and murmurs. Never with Peter Marr. Like, that was a dude who just was positive, was well-liked. He was who he was. He was authentic. And man, he loved the Calgary Flames.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, look, I'm not even a Flames guy, and I know, and I can kind of remember his iconic calls from like the 80s, and then they're kind of replayed and all that. You know, so a sad day for sure in Calgary and for Flames fans. Can we shift to the Blue Jays? And of course, I'm glued to my Blue Jays. My wife last night came into the sunroom, looked at the TV, and looked at me and said, "You're watching baseball?" And I said, "I am in to this Blue Jay." And they almost blew it, Arash.
Well, first of all, they got you back in. They've got you hooked. Like they've sunk their teeth into you. It's amazing what happens when a team starts to make a run and how you get on board with it. And different people have different times where they're actually bought in. I thought John Schneider had a great line after the game. He said, "Hey, maybe the baseball gods are now on our side." You know, just with the way that game unfolded, with how they won, with the way they went about it. And suddenly Boston, which had been the hottest team in all of baseball, you know, they won something like 35 of 42 games, something like that. The Jays win that series against the Red Sox. And now all of a sudden, Barney, like you and I have kind of danced around it over the last few days. They're in this thing, man. They're right back in the hunt.
Shocking. And then, you know, you drop on Tuesday where Vlad, he hasn't had a home run at home this year. And then he's going head first into the plate last night to score. Now, let's give a plug here. Your podcast, the Get It Done League.
Yes.
You guys have been talking about Vladdy and what he needs to do here.
Yeah. So the podcast available on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts, and YouTube. It's with Josh Donaldson and Russell Martin, who both know a thing or two about hitting.
Yes.
And Josh got into the technical side of it. And Russ said, you know what Vlad Guerrero needs to do with 6 weeks left in the season, with a quarter of the schedule left to go? He said he just needs to look at himself in the mirror and just keep repeating to himself, "I'm Vladimir Guerrero. I'm a bad man. I can go do this." These guys who've done it are convinced that for Vlad, yeah, there's some mechanical stuff and some physical things, and you know we can get into that. But they really believe there's a mental thing. When you watch Guerrero chug along the base paths that you just talked about, Barney, the want to, the give a bleep factor, all of that still exists. That's a good thing. He hasn't thrown the towel in on his own season, even though it's been a disaster. And if somehow over the next 6 weeks, he can manufacture something, he can recreate the magic of last fall, the Blue Jays are in business.
Is there some data? Is there some stats? Is there odds on if they can actually pull this off?
There probably is. There's numbers for everything in baseball. They got a few teams to jump over. Their strength of schedule is not very difficult when you look at it. They have 2 against the Yankees, 1 against the Rays. That's a series. That's tough. There's an Athletics in there. There's a couple Kansas City Royals in there. They also play Cleveland, a team that's above them in the standings. They also have Baltimore, who they're fighting for a wild card spot with. So when you kind of look at this, it's not a gauntlet. Matter of fact, this series with the Red Sox kind of was. And now that's wrapped up with them, you know, dominating Boston. Suddenly you're saying to yourself, okay, can this continue? Can Louis Varland remain locked down as a closer? Can the starting pitching do what it's continued to do? And if the offense just shows any kind of flicker, any kind of sign of life, man, that actually changes the conversation altogether around the ball club.
Let's shift to some CFL here, and you want to dispel something you feel is a myth when it comes to the new rules and missed field goal returns.
So Barney, I don't know about you, man. Anytime there's a missed field goal return for yardage, let alone a touchdown, social media goes ablaze with, we'll never see this again in the history of the Canadian Football League.
And that's exactly how it sounds.
Even on Twitter. Yeah. Even in text.
But you go ahead.
The crowd at the Viscount Court, like you can hear them from there in Winnipeg. The yellow leather sofas.
The COVID museum, I call it.
Oh, man. Look, there will still be field goals, long field goals attempted, and special teams coaches will be worth their while to put a returner back there.
Absolutely.
They may not be as prevalent, but if you're going to line up a 52-yard field goal, well, a 52-yard field goal is still a 52-yard field goal. It's just going to be lined up from a different yard marker.
Yeah.
You know, I was telling Brendan McGuire this the other day. I'm like, man, I'm a Vikings fan. I still remember Antonio Cromartie returning a kick 109 yards for a touchdown against the Vikes on a field goal that came up short. So yeah, like there are these myths that just need to go away because football is still football, and these are things that can still exist. They happen in the NFL where they play, you know, when they have the goalpost at the back of the end zone. Remember Chris Davis, Auburn versus Alabama, Iron Bowl? Field goal missed. Davis returned it for a touchdown. It can still happen. Get the Lysol wipes out at the Viscount Court. Let's go.
Yeah. I found one of our COVID masks the other day, actually. But like you said, it's going to be really, really interesting, the coaching side of it, the chess game, when a team lines up for a long attempted field goal and another team all of a sudden puts a guy back there. And then they're like, okay, oh boy. And if you're not on your toes coverage wise, no one said, and that's the other thing, I think that's what you're getting at. No one said that if the kick falls short and you're in the end zone, you just hand the ball to the ref and walk away.
You still catch it.
You can
It's
burn.
a live ball.
You can burn. Yeah.
Sure. Yes.
I've been thinking about it, and I'm like, the gameplay in it will be very interesting to see. Now, are we going to see it as much? Probably not. But if a team is maybe down, or it's situational, or the special teams guy does whatever call he does to say we're running this out, and there's going to be walls set up, and there might be a reverse at some point. You're exactly right. What do you know about Zach Collaros and what we're hearing out of Winnipeg, or what are you curious there?
Well, I'm just curious to see what the Bombers are going to get from Collaros coming back from this injury. Like, this is the perfect scenario, really. 1, you're at home. 2, you're facing Ottawa. So you'll get a real good kind of walk before you run against real competition with Collaros out there. And I want to see how sharp he is. I want to see if he's going to be limited at all. I want to see if he can still make the throws. Is he the Zach that we're used to? Zach can still sling it. And Zach's got the arm strength. And Zach can do all the things that Zach has always been able to do. Now, coming off this injury, let's see if there's anything lingering or not. I think that's going to be something really interesting to monitor when they play, tomorrow night, I think.
It's that game is, tomorrow night. Tonight, talk about a sexy Thursday night matchup. What are we going to get in Calgary in front of about 19,000? So who knows how many people will be actually, and Jeffrey will be there. Jeffrey will be, he'll be in the mixer for sure. What are you thinking? What are you watching? Nathan Rourke, obviously. Maybe he didn't look that sharp last week.
He almost did enough for us get knocked off last week in that, grit through by the skin of your teeth kind of win against Hamilton, where Rourke did not look sharp. And they tried so many different things to kind of get him going. You saw the flea flicker and everything else. Look, it's remember, they're humans. Yes, they're quarterbacks. Yes, they're franchise quarterbacks. They're star players. But you miss some time. You're coming back from an injury. Your body, like Rourke is not 100%. His body's not right. It's just good enough to be able to play and not really make it worse. So, what would a real timeline be for Nathan Rourke? Probably another 6 weeks. There's no time. There's no time in the season. So what can Rourke do under the circumstances? And for Calgary, this feels like an important one.
Yeah, for sure.
I still haven't figured out the Stampeders the last couple of years. Good enough, but then not good enough. And so 3-5 versus 4-5, Barney. Let's see.
I feel like one of these two teams could be my Shawshank Redemption team. Not really good when it comes out, but then later, what a film. How did we miss this when it came? Like, how did we, we could get in November and be like, we didn't see this? Like, these guys are good.
I thought your line was one of Calgary or BC was going to get busy living or get busy dying, and we're going to find out tonight.
Oh, Andy Dufresne. What a man. Yeah. What a man. I'm just looking online. So I looked at two different spots right now, Arash, because if it was there and I don't see it, an anytime touchdown, a Joe tonight is, me, liking to get a little bit crazy.
By the way, speaking of anytime touchdown, let me bring this up in one of...
I got Dylan.
All the people who say I don't like Arash hates the CFL. I'm in a group chat. This dropped in a group chat today. Tommy Stevens anytime touchdown this week. What do you think the number is? What do you think the...
175.
This is minus 170? How about double that? It's minus 340 anytime for Tommy Stevens.
Oh, wow.
Like, that's like prime Jonathan Taylor against the worst rush defense in the NFL. Like, that's insane.
Yeah. You know what I wish there was? I wish there was a does he break the record bet. If you see that out there, let me know. I wouldn't mind hitting that. Let's go Argos going to Edmonton. Looks like rookie kicker Brady Lister going to get the nod for Toronto again. Are they going to go with this kid? What are you hearing the rest of the way?
I'm of the belief and of kind of the understanding is that if this kid just kind of continues to plug along, plug away, do his thing, they're not turning back from him. Now, Liam Haralahu is still there on the injured list as insurance, etc. But it's the kid's job to lose after Haralahu lost them the game in Hamilton. Make no mistake about that. 2 weeks ago. So there could be a changing of the guard, but the vet's still kicking around, pardon the pun, just in case.
Haralahu is, what is he, a global national American?
Oh, no, he's a Canadian. He went to Western.
The Riders maybe at some point could go, yoo-hoo, Haralahu. You want to come over and kick out? Did you hear Rene Paredes? I talked to Jock Wilson yesterday about him in Calgary, and we were talking about how he's a firefighter and he's kind of still injured, and is he going to kick again? Jock throws at us. He failed his physical. He's not a firefighter anymore.
Oh.
I know. That's the kind of stuff. That's the kind of hard-hitting, the I-team stuff that we do here with a one-man crew on the Sportscage Rush. We get to those kind of stories.
You know, Barney, if this whole radio media sales thing doesn't work out for you, you may have a future in espionage.
No, I've said it before. I want to drive the truck at thoroughbred tracks. When the horses get to the gate, I'm going to drive the truck and then peel away. And then I just want to work at a golf course and just ask people, how's your day? But think about it though. If Edmonton loses that game, where they were 3 weeks ago on the kind of the top of the mountain, and then if they lose to Toronto somehow at home,
life comes at you fast,
doesn't it? Isn't that? That's not from Shawshank. That's what movie is that from? Breakfast
I'm not
Club?
sure.
Breakfast Club.
Is that what it is? Okay.
This could go off the rails.
Anthony Michael Hall?
I know you got to work. This could really go off the rails. I can tell already.
Anthony Michael Hall was better in Johnny Be Good than he was in The Breakfast Club. Let's be real.
Oh, The Breakfast Club's a good flick. And, well, Shawshank's the best. Okay, buddy. Yeah. Have fun. Sign
Just
your name.
disappeared like a fart in the wind.
Yeah, like Brooksy did. And what was Morgan Freeman's character's name in Shawshank? Red. Like Brooks and Red did. They signed their name. That's what you need to do in the broom closet when you leave. Arash was here.
You know what? With a Sharpie right on the microwave.
Absolutely. Do it. Okay, buddy.
Life Moves Pretty Fast was actually Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Not Breakfast Club. Oh, people out there like, yeah. Sorry.
Thank you, Colson.
Okay, still sign your name on the microwave. Talk to you next week, bud.
See you, boys.
Coast to Coast with Arash Madani, brought to you by Brian Gawley, Smart Investing Solutions. There's a guy that could probably talk some movies with you, Brian Gawley. You can call him, be smart with your money, farming, transitioning things. Brian can do all that kind of work. Just a real good guy. Give him a shout. It's the Sports Cage, waiting for Sharky to get back into the studio here. Hopefully, he went to look at something outside. We might have to put out a bulletin, all points bulletin for Sharky. We're back after this.
Rider Nation lives on 620 CKRM. I'm Dave Thomas, voice of the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Saturday is game day as the Riders take on the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Countdown to kickoff with Tegan Whitco and Wes Cates is at 2. The pregame show's at 4. And kickoff with Luke Mullender and I is at 5. Saskatchewan Roughrider football on the Cooperators Rider Broadcast Network is brought to you by Sask Lotteries, Agco Corporation, Bayer Crop Science, Quality Tire, and Sask Energy. Stream every moment of Rider football at Sportscage.com.
We asked Karen about how easy it is to invest her money with Brian Gawley at Smart Investing Solutions.
All I do is when I have money to invest, I call Brian. I ask him, what would he do? A lot of times I'll say, what would you do? And he just tells me what he would do. And then I just say, okay, here's what I have. And overall, he's made it very easy, very simple.
Get started today at smartinvestingsolutions.ca.
Why juggle multiple providers when you can have one seamless experience? On the farm, acreage, or cottage, Access Communications has you covered with internet, TV, and security. One provider, one bill. One reliable rural home solution, backed by our great customer service. Get internet and Wi-Fi that hold up in tough weather, plus TV anywhere with Access Next TV. And security you can monitor from your phone. You can have it all with Access. Sign up today and save $20 per month when you combine services. Visit myaccess.ca.
Is it time to refresh your cottage this summer? It's easy with Lakeside Deliveries from Freeze Tallman. Whether you're rebuilding the deck, fixing the dock, or taking on a full cabin project, Freeze Tallman delivers the building materials you need right to the lake. With reliable service and delivery you can count on, you'll spend less time running around and more time enjoying the weekend. Start your summer project at freezetallman.com. Freeze Tallman. Locally owned, family grown, rooted in our community for 70 years.
Get it hot, get it fast, Western Pizza.
What should I make for supper tonight? Burgers? Nah. Pasta? Out of sauce. Tacos? I need groceries. Maybe I could actually cook? Yeah, let's not get carried away.
Let Western Pizza handle it with mouth-watering pepperoni, smoky ham, crispy bacon, loads of melty cheese, and don't forget the ribs, lasagna, or delicious souvlaki on the side. Dine in or take out today.
Get it hot, get it fast, Western Pizza.
The Sports Cage Clutch Performer for Keln Solar. Thinking about saving money by using solar power? Keln Solar is a local family company that can put solar panels on your home, business, or farm. KelnSolar.com.
I see all the text messages. We're going to get to them in a second. Chikai. Got to get to Clutch Performer here. Okay, my first one, Colson, the golf at the Wascana. Sasky boys, good job. Ryan Mosier from Saskatoon, a nice 69 today, tied for 16th. Arison Franklin, 69, tied for 20th. Austin Nesbitt, our boy, shout out Martin Collegiate, from Pilot Butte, 72 today.
Good job for him.
Tied 34th in the country. Good job, fellas.
Yeah, love hearing it.
Good job. Colson, your first one.
I just got one, and it's an unclutch today. You guys know
Brampton Arena?
Yeah, sure, we can throw them in too. Jaden Daniels, quarterback for the Washington Commanders. Yes,
Commanders.
His attorney informed LSU that they are no longer allowed to use his name, image, and likeness, and said he felt profoundly disrespected after they allowed cornerback DJ Pickett to wear his number 5.
Take a seat. Take a seat. What a bad look. What did you win there?
He won the Heisman, but that's it. That's an individual award.
What did the team win?
Exactly.
That's a bad look.
Yeah.
Attorney needs to be held accountable there too.
Yeah.
My second one.
Go ahead.
Freddie Freeman. If you're watching the stream, did you see this last night? Sharky?
No.
Watch Freddie Freeman playing hardball last night for the Dodgers. Going to get this. If you're listening on the radio, the sound will be up.
Yeah.
When it comes. In 3, 2, and 1.
Freddie's at the dish. No, he's not. He's in the field.
Let him do the play-by-play, not you.
Freddie Freeman's underneath it on the warning track. The dugout, look out! Freddie takes a tumble. Into the camera well on the first base side.
Oh, my God. He's got to get up. His mother's Canadian. Can't lay down.
Oh, yeah, we're just so tough. Yeah, so anyway, if you're radio and you're kind of, what did you guys talk about? He went on a foul ball, first baseline, and he went right into the Royals dugout.
Like down the steps.
Scary.
Yeah.
Did you see the soccer guy from a couple of weeks ago that celebrated and he jumped over the advertisements?
No.
But on the other side of the advertisements was a pit. And he just disappears. How scary would that? That's like when I got, and if my wife's listening, she loves telling this story. I went sliding down the, what are those things called at Old Taylor Field? I've told the story before. It's still funny though.
The rails and
the concrete, and then the steps went down.
Yeah.
So we were at Bon Jovi, which I didn't really get to see. I was hammered. I went sliding down the cement thing. But I was drunk, and I went boop, and all they saw was me disappear. Lucky I did a flip, and I landed on my knees on the concrete. I thought I broke my knee. It was so swollen. Oh. There's still like a little cracking thing in there. St. John's ambulance people came by. As hammered as I was still in so much pain.
Well, of course you're in pain. You landed on your knees on concrete.
From 12 feet up. If I land on my head there, I don't know.
Could be over.
I don't know what the life insurance policy was back then, but I guess it was just, and then I just disappeared.
Just vanished.
What an idiot. Anyway, Kellen Solar, clutch performer, Lumsden, Saskatchewan, family-run business, anything solar, they're your first call. Look them up, especially if you have a livestock operation. NASCAR report.
Ready.
Are you ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
Okay, Rubbin is racing.
The Sportscage NASCAR Report, where Rubbin is racing, is brought to you by Croft Electric. Almost 29 years of trusted, reliable home, farm, and commercial service for all electrical needs. CroftElectric.com and all socials.
Drivers, start your engines!
Nice.
That's
they
how
let
you
a
get
driver do it.
Mike. That's right.
They let a driver do it. Love it. Hey, last week we were in Iowa.
We sure were.
We were in Iowa. Joe Gibbs Racing and Toyota continued to dominate the NASCAR season. Ty Gibbs picked up his second win of the season last week. In fact, the Joe Gibbs Racing team took the 12 spots 1, 2, 4, and 6, with Ryan Blaney and Josh Berry finishing 3rd and 4th respectively. Hamlin had brake problems all day, did not know if his brakes would hold, so finishing 5th was an amazing accomplishment for Denny Hamlin. JGR Racing has 7 wins in the 23 starts this season, and Toyota teams have won 14 of 23 this season. They have found some magic in the Toyota Camry. With the win, Gibbs jumps 2 spots in the standings, now sits behind teammate Denny Hamlin, 103 back for first place in the season competition. Reddick, who crashed early, finished 35th, drops 2 spots with 120 back with only 3 races left. The top 16 who's qualified for the playoffs, that has not changed, with Ryan Priest being the closest to the chase group, 29 points back of Austin Cindric. Hang on, I've lost my mouse today. There we go. We've only got 3 races left in the regular season, 2 short tracks, and the final race at the Daytona Speedway. This week we're in Richmond for a night race Saturday night. They're 3/4 of a mile track. It'll be rubbing. It'll be rubbing, kids.
The Cookout 400.
That's right. Racing in the dark. Here we go.
That'd be fun.
Well, they do have lights. Yeah.
Thanks. It's not Ring Road. Croft Electric.
The lights are out.
Croft Electric, the sponsor of Rubbin' Is Racing in the NASCAR
He can light
Report.
up your racetrack.
Yeah, speaking of, you need electrical work done. Good local company, good guy from small town Saskatchewan. He says he can go all over Saskatchewan.
Anywhere.
And cover it. And also generators.
Yep. He's got
Croft Electric. Good stuff. All right. Thank you, Sharky. Quickly, Prairieland Rentals text line. I got to get these in. Brendan says Riders are 5-0 with Mace at the helm over Hamilton. Okay.
Those are good numbers.
We don't live on that. Benny was the one that sent everyone run to the lotto stand. So what did Sharky do when he was outside during Arash? He ran to the lotto spot retailer, and we hammered the under together tonight in Calgary. I'm dead serious.
Had to get the rubby off the truck and then drove it to the lotto spot relay.
Brett doesn't like that a Joe's coming back tonight. I can't read that full text message because we'll get canceled. Nathan Rourke, highly overrated, says James Hofer in Lumsden. Harrison Frost darn near beat him last week. Rourke is average at best. Go Riders and slay the Tiger Cats. Have a great weekend, James. Jason... from Prairie Heart Mobility sent a very nice text message into you and I, Sharky. I'll let you read that in a bit. Okay. James is saying I can't read that one as well. And Roscoe wants to know if Sharky's going to make just bins, because I said you had to run outside. And
no, there was no video. There was no video.
Oh, good. No. You didn't have to drop the mitts?
No.
Little 1-2 buckle my shoe?
It was a little just back up. Yeah,
okay.
Just back up.
And then you ran to the lotto spot retailer.
We got to go put some money on that.
Prairieland Rentals, 600 Albert Street. You get to deal with the owner if you need anything on the rental side, and also Husqvarna dealer. They are the sponsor of the text line. Keep them coming, 936-6262. It's the Sports Cage on the home of local sports in Saskatchewan, 620 CKRM. And we're streaming through our YouTube channel at sportscage.com. When we come back, Shaun Semple joins the show. Long time coming. We'll be right back.
What's going on in the markets? When is the right time to invest? What should you do with your money today? When Linda had questions, she talked to Brian Golly.
He's always well prepared and has answers for us. We take it as gospel, and he's led us down the right path so far.
You don't have to plan your financial future alone. Call Brian Golly of Smart Investing Solutions. 306-546-2533.
We would recommend Brian anytime, and we would recommend him to anybody.
The Roughriders season is here, and the biggest 50-50 in Saskatchewan is back. Last year's 50-50 raised over $3.3 million for amateur football in Saskatchewan, and we couldn't do it without you. Thank you, Rider Nation. This year, we have bigger loyalty and early bird prizes than ever before, not to mention those life-changing 50-50 jackpots. See all of the prizes and buy your tickets today at riders5050.ca. And never miss a chance to win when you sign up for the 50-50 Club.
Riders 50-50 is presented by ISC.
Lottery license LR260010.
Why juggle multiple providers when you can have one seamless experience? On the farm, acreage, or cottage, Access Communications has you covered with internet, TV, and security. One provider, one bill. One reliable rural home solution, backed by our great customer service. Get internet and Wi-Fi that hold up in tough weather, plus TV anywhere with Access Next TV. And security you can monitor from your phone. You can have it all with Access. Sign up today and save $20 per month when you combine services. Visit myaccess.ca.
What's the deal with carpet? Why do they call it wall-to-wall? Where else was it gonna go?
No matter what flooring you need, the experienced local team at Flooring Superstore can help you find the right fit for your home and your budget. Whether it's hardwood, laminate, carpet, tile, vinyl, linoleum, artificial turf, floors for gyms, they've got it all.
You will never be even, Steven.
Flooring Superstore. Quality floor covering at the best price. FlooringSuperstoreRegina.ca.
Welcome back to Sportscage. Check out our podcast powered by Freeze Tolman. Available anytime, anywhere at 620ckrm.com and sportscage.com.
Welcome back to the show for Access Communications on this Thursday. Sharky is here for Flooring Superstore. Trent Dicken and his team, over 20 years in the game. All right, this one's been a long time coming. Been wanting to do this one. We're going out on the Western Pizza guest hotline, and we are joined by Shaun Semple from the Brandt Group of Companies, and of course the owner of the Regina Pats. Shaun, I know you're a very busy man. Thank you so much for hopping on today.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
I want to start with the takeover and what's happening at Real and the Brandt Center and all the excitement. Can you take us to the night, the day? Where does this idea come from? Is it you just sitting one day and going, I wonder if I could propose this? Is this a group of you? Is it you and your sons? How does it come about?
Well, I think our journey here with Real, really started 20 years ago this year, actually, believe it or not, when we first put our name on the Brandt Center, and at that time it was called the Agrodome, and we've been kind of involved, obviously, in the park and trying to help it for many years, and then, of course, 13 years ago with our purchase of the Regina Pats, and I think, we first got involved 20 years ago because the stadium needed new seats, and so they wanted to put a name on there and use some of the funding for that, and then of course we were involved with the IPSCO when they wanted to name the park. That was some more money for the seats, and we got new seats. But I think over the years we've seen the park need more and more attention, and finally we kind of decided that maybe there's a way we could help in a bigger way, and that's kind of what led to the discussions here on the Brandt Center, and then beyond that to the park.
Shaun, Sharky here, and thanks for joining us today. Really appreciate you taking the time. But I want to talk about what you're doing beyond the Brandt Center with the old Agribition building and what's happening in there. Like, I'm so excited for when you open that up because I've got some snippets of some pictures. Tell us what's going to happen inside the old Agribition building.
Yeah, so that's going to be a very unique venue. So it started off, and the project has grown in scope. It's obviously going to be expanded both in size and in scale. So it's going to go from 52,000 feet to 87,000 feet. Square feet, so its second floor is being added on, and so on. It's going to have a 350-person sports bar, and it's not just a regular sports bar. It's going to have some very exciting things. It's got a full stage in it. It's got a whole bunch of different things that you don't normally see in a sports bar. Beyond that, it's got a 1,550 person live music venue, 225 person restaurant on the second floor, 125 person speakeasy with its own stage, and then it's got a 50 person wine bar in the main floor, and it's got a whole bunch of other specialty things. You're gonna have direct entrance into the Brandt Center. It's got a new liquor store that's attached to it, and you'll see a lot more surprise. I can't give them all away.
Oh, rats.
We just had the pictures if you're watching the stream. Every time I see him, I'm just like, wow, this is coming to Regina? Yeah. Okay, Shaun, you travel the world, right? You guys are so successful with Brandt. Give it to us straight. You got to get some ideas from some places. What's your favorite sports bar that you've been to that you maybe go to? And then what venue? Is it a House of Blues? Where are you getting some of these inspirations from?
Yeah, so the live music venue for sure. House of Blues, I've been to a number of them. I've seen Don Henley in a small gathering. I've seen Keith Urban. I even actually went to one where it was U2 with 400 people, and in these smaller venues, when you go to them, it's a different experience. Okay, it's not you're close, you're up front, you're with the entertainers. I'm not saying that U2's coming to Regina anytime soon, but I'm not sure I can afford that budget. But at the end of the day, it's a whole different experience, and so this venue is going to be better than any of the House of Blues you've seen. When we started this project, I said, well, who built the House of Blues? and we went and hired Jim Caffarelli, who built all of them, and he's really leading the project on that. The sports bars, I've been to lots of different sports bars. I can't say I have one favorite or another, but what we want this to be is an interactive experience. In each one of these venues, when you go to it, it needs to be more than just music or more than just food and beverage or more than just sports. It really needs to create an experience that is unlike anything else, and hopefully creates a memory, and hopefully every time you come, there's a new one that we can deliver. And it's going to be a lot of eye candy in a lot of these venues too. And so we'll start rolling some of that out over time.
What is the one thing you're most looking forward to? What is the one? Of all this that's going on, what's the one you're excited about?
Well, I would say the thing I'm excited about is the talent that's around this project as it relates to Queen City is unlike anything I've ever done. It is world-class talent that's going to help deliver this. And I think what's happening is it's garnering the attention of a lot of people and a lot of companies outside of Regina. And so my hope here is that not only is this something for Regina, but it's also something that causes people to come back to Regina. And I hope that's for the whole site. If we can really dream a little, this site here at Real and including Queen City should be something that draws people back to the city, helps fill up other restaurants, helps fill up other bars, helps fill up the hotels, helps give people that are from Regina a reason to come home. And maybe if they come home, maybe they'll stay and start a business or a family.
I thought you were going to say the most exciting part was the possible other entrance onto Sask Drive after the parking lot. I was like, please, we need that, Shaun. But okay, let's move to the Pats here. Ticket prices. Okay. That rolls out last week or a couple of weeks ago, and I'm sure you've heard the screaming from people about ticket prices and kid prices and all that. But now having the food and beverage in the Brandt Center, it just makes it easier probably for you guys to do this now, right?
It does, because you can look at the whole financial model. For many years we had probably the worst lease in the league, being that we didn't have any of the food and beverage. We had nothing, no sponsors above the glass and no naming rights. So now we can look at the whole revenue picture, try to figure out how do we deliver for the fans and so on. And, I think this is, by adding a little more value to food and beverage, we hope that $170 on a silver ticket is, quite a big discount. So hopefully lots of people come out. We also have now a $12.50 ticket as well for the kids and for families. And so I think that's hopefully going to give us a couple products that we didn't have before. And really, this coming year and next year, we're going to have a really good team, and we got some stars, future NHL stars, that really, if you don't come out and see them now, shame on you.
Did you guys? Yeah. Did you guys see a spike in season tickets since the Helinka Gretzky? Because Craig Button, which we had on the show yesterday, man, was he raving about Liam and Maddox. And then the second part, I don't know if you know the odds of getting Bedard, then getting Schultz, then getting Pugh. You're a lucky man.
Well, it does help if you win a couple lotteries. Still waiting for the big lottery.
That's what they tell me.
We won these lotteries, yeah. They're definitely is great, and we got a lot of great players on the team too. We've got a number of returning vets that are going to be a key part of our team. It takes more than two players to win the game, and we've got some new people from some players from the international ranks that are also high up there. So I think we've got the makings of a very good team over the next couple of years. They're still young men. We've got to play together, and we got new coaches that are supporting them. So I think it's going to be some exciting times, and really I hope we're going to be the hot ticket in town.
Running a major junior hockey team in the challenges from year 1 to 2026 here, is there what's the biggest thing that you've learned?
It's a very tough business. even when things go right. I mean, the hospitality business and the entertainment business, the restaurant business, they're all very tough businesses, okay? And so you really got to have, everything's got to go just right in order for it to work. But I mean, there's a lot of competition. And, you know, since COVID, a lot of things have changed and people aren't going out as much. But, you know, I think that's starting to change. And I think, you know, there's a whole saying that a family that plays together stays together. And I think the same thing in a community. The community that gathers together stays together. And I think we need more of that here in Regina, more venues, more opportunities, more events, more concerts, more of everything. And I think it helps build the culture within the city. And we're going to do our part to try and provide the facilities to make that happen.
Shaun, I know you don't sit around thinking of nothing to do all day long, that there's always something going on in the back and in the next project. Do you have anything you want to unveil that might be the next big project that the Semple family is going to be involved in the Brandt organization?
Well, I mean, the big things here are really, we haven't laid out the full plan of everything we're doing here. Like, you're going to start to see a lot more things, even with this Queen City project, okay? And you know, this what we're doing here, you know, by us creating a fifth pillar of Brandt, we're creating a whole new enterprise for Brandt called Sports and Entertainment. That team will not only run this site and our teams we have today, they'll also probably eventually have a baseball stadium here that will also run, but we also might build off of this platform to other cities. But the head office and home of this will be here, okay? That's our goal, just like we've done in our other businesses, okay? So this is something that I think will be exciting, and I think will create opportunity for those that want to be in this industry. And then we're hoping that this site will also be a teaching ground and training ground for a lot of people that want to enter the hospitality business, okay? Which you know, Regina should be a draw for doing exactly that.
It's interesting you mentioned the baseball stadium, because that was going to be my next question to you. How far away is that? Is that part of this platform, or are you looking at some other facility in the city?
That will be probably a different facility in the city. It'll be a new facility is what the plan is. We got some work to do on that, but I think it needs to be another facility for sure.
Okay.
Look forward to it.
Last question, Shaun. I got to and again, thank you for doing this. I know you're a music guy. We've kind of gathered that. What's the first act you'd like to bring in?
He's not telling us.
The first one that I will bring in, or the first one I'd like to bring in?
Either or.
Well, I think, you know, there's a long list of them. I think, you know, personally, I'd like to see a minimum of two plus concerts, maybe up to 4 in the stadium a year. I think there's definitely opportunity for us to do more than one, and I think that those will be big names, okay, and bigger names than we've seen before. And I think that is something that, you know, we might want to test the market, you know, with the fans in Regina. What do they want to see? And I think, you know, our job is to try and deliver for what people want to see. But I think we'll go after big names. I'm meeting lots of big names. Just got back from David Foster's 40th anniversary in Victoria this year. I was with all the big names out there that were there, rubbing shoulders, trying to get direct connections with the entertainers. So we're getting hooked in very good, and I think we'll look to see who's there. But love to see maybe a Bruno Mars or something like that come to Regina. Or, you know, there's many other ones that would be great. So
a nice intimate night with Peter Cetera in the distillery. David Foster, that's who gave him his son. I'm a Cetera guy, but hey, Roxette, if Roxette ever comes in, I'm there. Shaun, let's do this again. This has been great. Thank you for everything you're doing for the city.
Thank you.
Because I know this is a legacy piece for you. This isn't about making money. We are with the young kids. Really appreciate it, and thank you for making time today.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Appreciate your time.
There he is.
Thanks, Shaun. Take care.
Brandt CEO, Sports and Entertainment, Brandt Group of Companies, Shaun Semple joining us. Jeez, that place is going to be nice.
It just, you know what? It gets you excited. It gets you excited for what he's going to do. He's our Jerry Jones. Right? I mean, that's you can equate it that way, right?
He's not going to put windows in the Brandt Center so his players can't see, though. Like Jones.
No. At least put him on the north side.
Think about that sports bar buzzing, man. Before a game, like whatever.
You know, you think about now, if you go to a Pats game and you want to meet somewhere for dinner beforehand, oftentimes it's a struggle to get in, have dinner, get out, get to the rink on time. Now you know where you're going to go, right? You got a spot right on campus.
We have some people listening that aren't from Regina. You can tell because they're messaging in and they're looking at the pictures and they're going, "Are you serious?" It's like, yeah,
yes,
that's what he's making a commitment. When you think about it, how many employees he has and the company has here, this is their home base, and then he drops the other cities on us. Right?
Yeah, that was a nice ad.
Bring back the Coyotes. He's a Phoenix guy.
He is a Phoenix guy.
Let's get something done in the desert. Man, that was great. All right, we'll go to break, and then we're coming back. It's a Sportscage. Streaming through that, if you want to watch along, streaming through our YouTube channel at sportscage.com and on 100-year-old 620 CKRM.
Great coaches make great calls. And at home, you're in control of the game. Add SaskTel TV to your lineup and enjoy popular channels, including sports in stunning 4K for as low as $40 a month. So, what do you say, Coach? Ready to add in the difference maker? Visit SaskTel.com/make-the-call to learn more. Conditions apply.
Why test for asbestos? Because before 1990, asbestos was commonly used in more than 3,000 building materials and other products. Because when asbestos fibers become airborne, they get into the lungs and cause severe damage over time. Because asbestos exposure is the #1 cause of work-related deaths in Saskatchewan. Built before 1990? Test for asbestos. Start at worksafesask.ca.
The Roughriders season is here and the biggest 50-50 in Saskatchewan is back. Last year's 50-50 raised over $3.3 million for amateur football in Saskatchewan, and we couldn't do it without you. Thank you, Rider Nation. This year, we have bigger loyalty and early bird prizes than ever before, not to mention those life-changing 50-50 jackpots. See all of the prizes and buy your tickets today at riders5050.ca, and never miss a chance to win when you sign up for the 50-50 Club.
Riders 50-50 is presented by ISC.
Lottery license LR260010.
Why juggle multiple providers when you can have one seamless experience? On the farm, acreage, or cottage, Access Communications has you covered with internet, TV, and security. One provider, one bill. One reliable rural home solution, backed by our great customer service. Get internet and Wi-Fi that hold up in tough weather, plus TV anywhere with Access Next TV. And security you can monitor from your phone. You can have it all with Access. Sign up today and save $20 per month when you combine services. Visit myaccess.ca.
It's time for the Sports Ticker, brought to you by Extreme Hockey and Sport, 1425 McIntyre Street, the Cooperator Center, Moose Jaw Temple Garden Center, and online at extremehockey.net.
Saskatchewan Roughriders signed receiver Rashad Owens today. Cincinnati Bengals had a cup of coffee there in the preseason last year. Then he was on the practice squad for the Calgary Stampeders. Questionable for the game this weekend, Quali Conley for the Riders, a hamstring issue. We're keeping tabs on that. The I-team's on it. Canadian Football League Week 11 tonight in Calgary, where it's supposed to be raining. Jeffrey's out grabbing an extra poncho. Lions in town. Under 19,000 tickets distributed yesterday. Probably won't be a big crowd. The over-under, what did we get it at, Sharky?
I think 61.5 or 62.5.
Anyways, we went and hammered 63.5. If the weather is what they say, the under's got to be in play. World Flag Championships, Dusseldorf, Germany, Canada against the number 2 ranked Austrians. Canada 26, Austria 6. Canada's now 2-0 because Nigeria wasn't allowed to play. The women, Canada 27-14 over Panama, and Canada 36-6 over Brazil. Blue Jays lose today in Game 4 against the Red Sox 7-rip. If a WCBL final is going to be the Saskatoon Berries and Sylvan Lake starting Saturday. And then NFL preseason tonight, 6 games. Dante Myers playing for the Cincinnati Bengals, expected to play for the Cincinnati Bengals with Joe Burrow and Joe Flacco chucking the ball for the Bengals tonight.
We get some looks.
Extreme Hockey and Sport is who brings it to you in hour number 2. They got the professional fitters today. I literally took the boy this morning, $9.05. The fitters got them. Boom, some new elbow pads got them. Stock is in for 2026 too. They got a lot. If you got female player, male player, if you're beer league guy, they'll work with whatever budget. What do you need that's new? I saw your gear last year. Everything.
Yeah. Probably a good garter belt. Still miss the garter belt. Can't stand the Velcro thing.
Yeah, what you do in your own bedroom is your thing, but they don't wear those anymore. What?
I found them. I found some. I've got them coming
Extreme Hockey and Sport, McIntyre Street in Regina, Cooperator Center, and in Moose Jaw. If you're in and around Moose Jaw, they're at the Temple Garden Center, locally run now under new management, supporting local extreme hockey and sport. Flowing Springs Golf Course. We talked about it on Tuesday night, Brian Raymond. It was a nice night to play a little bit of golf. Again tonight, no wind. Get out there, swing it, and some great value at Flowing Springs.
Absolutely. The weather here is fantastic right now. The course is in fantastic shape, and we have a great price. Right now, we don't have any openings right now, but after 6 o'clock tonight, it's $22.50 to come out and play the golf course. And if you want to come out tomorrow or any other night for that matter, afternoon after 3 o'clock, it's only $40.50 to play the course.
Brian, on top of the deals, do we still have the hot dog going? Is that still
Yes,
going
we do until the end of the month. If you come in and get a large basket of balls for the range, we'll give you a coupon to come back any night until the end of the month after 5 o'clock, and we'll give you a large basket of balls and a 7-inch hot dog for $9.50.
Smoking. Not just the hot dog, but a smoking
The
deal.
after hours discounts, Brian, are also included on the weekend. Let's give that a shout out to people because they want to come play this weekend as well.
Oh, absolutely. The early twilight and the late twilight fees are staying the same all through the weekend. We don't change that. And, of course, Monday and Wednesday next week and every week, it's $42 for ladies and seniors. Those are people over 60 to come out and play the golf course as well.
Awesome. Can't wait to get out for our foursome.
Yes.
I don't know what the team's going to be, but Luke, Dave, me, you, the battle of end time. The loser goes home match.
The good news is you don't have to wear a garter belt.
Yeah. Hey. And this was
good one. How do people book? How do they find you, Brian?
All you have to do is give us a call at 543-5050, and that's 306, of course. And you can book online at flowingspringsgolf.com.
Thank you very much, Brian Raymond. I'll talk to you next week.
Have a great weekend.
Yeah. Oh, is it me and you versus those two?
Could be.
That would make sense.
I like it.
I think Luke's a little bit of a stick. He plays a lot.
He does. I think he's he's a sandbagger.
Jekyll and Hyde with this swing.
Oh, I'm just definitely Hyde.
Hour 3's coming up. Glen Suitor. It'll be interesting if Glen Suitor's been listening to the show today. Yeah. Glen Suitor in Hour 3 is coming up. It is a Sportscage.
We are 620 CKRM Regina, a Harvard media station.
The news is brought to you by Crestview Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, home of Saskatchewan's biggest selection of Ram trucks and Jeeps. CrestviewChrysler.ca.
It's 5 o'clock. Good evening. Mostly cloudy and 23 degrees in Regina. I'm Will Manzik from the SAS Today newsroom with 620 CKRM News. Cooler weather and dry conditions held Saskatchewan harvest at 2%. That puts harvest below the 5-year average of 6%. But it's still above last year's 1%. Chesterfield and Milton also received 20 millimeters of rain. 48% of cropland moisture is adequate, while 43% is short and 8% is very short. Winter wheat harvest has reached 18%, and fall rye sits at 27% complete. As more tariffs loom in Canada, experts are warning that the new tariffs could drive a wedge between the provinces. This could allow Washington to exploit regional grievances and trade talks. The tariffs are set to go into effect next week and would have particularly heavy impacts in BC and small towns across Quebec. University of British Columbia political scientist Stuart Press says because the tariffs are so targeted, Washington could reward provinces that comply with American demands and punish others who don't.
There's an awareness that Canada can be a punching bag for the United States, but different parts of the country can be treated differently. And at the extreme, that does lend itself to a kind of divide and conquer strategy, which Canadians really have to be aware of.
The Canada West Foundation says these regional splits could make it harder for Canada to mount a coherent response to American trade aggression. The province-wide debate over AI data centers continues, with the NDP calling for more public information and consultation. NDP leader Carla Beck was in Moose Jaw and says residents raised concerns over power rates, data security, and government transparency. The opposition says these questions remain despite government statements that a proposed $485 million AI data center for Moose Jaw will not move ahead. A $40,000 grant for wildfire prevention and resiliency efforts has been given to Wadden Bay from the Saskatchewan government. The funding recognizes work already completed by the community. The grant follows recommendations from an independent review of Saskatchewan's 2025 wildfire response. The province says more details about its wildfire prevention grant program will be announced soon. And it's Miracle Treat Day today, which means the money you spend on blizzards will go towards children's health care. The proceeds will support the Jim Pattison Children's Hospital Foundation. Last year, $282,000 was raised in Saskatchewan. That helped more than 83,000 kids and expecting mothers. At 6:20 CKRM News, read more stories from around your community and around the province at sastoday.ca and 620ckrm.com. Your weather is next.
Matt Fisher here, General Manager at Crestview Chrysler. You know, our staff here is the best in town, so anytime they're ready for a new vehicle, they get the best price. For a limited time, we're giving that same discount to you. And you know what that means. You pay what we pay. We got a huge selection of Ram trucks, Wranglers, Durangos, Pacificas, and everything in between. If you're shopping for something new, this is officially the best time to stop in and see us. Don't miss employee pricing at Crestview in Regina.
Weather for Next Gen Coatings. Spray coatings for truck bed liners, rocker panels, and more. Same company, new name. 1865 McCarra Street, Regina. And Kevin's Marine. Make the most of summer with a boat or pontoon from Kevin's Marine in Fort Capel. kevinsmarine.com.
In your precision weather forecast tonight, occasional showers and thunderstorms. Risk for heavy isolated showers, a low of 13. Tomorrow, showers likely, a southeast wind between 15 to 25 kilometers an hour, gusting to 40, a high of 19. Tomorrow night's low, 12. Saturday, mostly cloudy, a northwest wind between 15 to 25, a high of 21. Sunday, partly cloudy, isolated showers, a high of 25. Monday, mostly sunny, and a high of 25. Across the province at this hour, Saskatoon 21, Swift Current 19, Assiniboia 21, Broadview and Moosomin 22, Yorkton and Melville 21, Estevan 22, Weyburn 23. Right now in Moose Jaw, it's cloudy. There's an east wind at 13, and it's 22 degrees. In Regina, it's mostly cloudy. There's a northeast wind at 12, and it's 23 degrees. For more local news that matters to you, subscribe to the daily newsletter at sastoday.ca.
For over 40 years, you've known them as Regina's trusted vehicle protection specialists. Now they're introducing the next gen of coatings. New name, new level of protection. They're now Next Gen Coatings. 3 generations of their family have served your family, and that hasn't changed. Same owners, same commitment, ready for the next gen of truck beds, rocker panels, trailers, bumpers, and running boards. The company hasn't changed, just the name. Next Gen Coatings, 1865 McCarra Street. The next gen starts now.
This is the year to own the boat of your dreams. At Kevin's Marine, discover legendary Lund boats, built for a lifetime of serious fishing and family fun. Stretch out and relax, or enjoy the day with family on a brand new pontoon from Bentley or Crest, or make a splash in a 4-wind sport boat, all powered by trusted Mercury 4-stroke motors. Right now, get manufacturer rebates, dealer discounts, and low payment financing. Make decking easy with Shoremaster aluminum docks and lifts. Visit Kevin's Marine in Fort Capel or kevinsmarine.com.
Broadcasting from Century Studios in downtown Regina, Harvard Media presents The Sportscage, where Saskatchewan comes to talk local sports. Brought to you by Access Communications, trusted in rural Saskatchewan for internet, TV, and home security. Be part of the show. Call 1-866-767-0620 or text 306-936-6262. The Sportscage. Streaming at sportscage.com, our YouTube channel, and on the radio at 620 CKRM.
We're back for hour 3 of the Sports Cage on this Thursday. Access Communications, trusted in rural Saskatchewan for internet, TV, and home security. Tomorrow, don't forget, giving away a $50 Taco Time gift card with our. We need our hot takes tomorrow for the game against the Tiger Cats. Sharky is here for Flooring Superstore.
Did you keep track of our hot takes and bets from last week? What do we got? How did we do?
Dylan,
I have it somewhere. Hold on.
Dylan Jette, 2 touchdowns.
He got 1.
I know.
I was cheering for you.
Texted me.
I was cheering for you, man. Olsen, what do you got in the big book?
Well, I had that you took the over, Barney took the under in that Toronto game, and then you took Toronto. There was that one.
I took Toronto. I knew that. Yeah.
I think the under hit. It was 62.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 68.5 was the over under.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the under hit and Toronto hit. So you each got 1 out of that.
Okay. And
We
then
win some, we
any
lose
other
some.
hot takes? I had Connolly for 100, and I had Tommy Stevens for reception. No, throw pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were the hot
Yeah,
takes.
you had like Tommy Stevens throws a pass to like some fan. So it was like, that ain't happening. It ain't happening. We're still going to hear from Del Duncan Busby in this hour of The Cage. Text lines open, 936-6262. Maybe you got a question for Glen Suitor. We kind of did Sprinkle of the Day for Sports Select, sportselect.com, but I don't know if there's a better endorsement for Sports Select than we literally ran to the Lotto Spot retailer. Did you do the QR code?
I did the QR code. Did the QR code.
You did the QR code?
Scan, done. Yeah.
Because it is raining cats and dogs in Calgary, and the forecast doesn't look better tonight. So on Benny's advice quickly from the text line, Sharky and I went out and responsibly sprinkled on the under of 63.5.
Yep.
A guy who is sitting there in the rain, he's probably having a bowl of soup. Nothing better when it's raining than a bowl of soup.
Look at his time.
Sitting at the stadium now, it's Glen Suitor.
Time now for press coverage with CFL and Saskatchewan Roughrider legend Glen Suitor on the Sportscage. Brought to you by Freeze Tolman Lumber, locally owned, family grown, rooted in our community for 70 years in Regina and Fort Capel.
Joining us on the telephone today because he is at the stadium in McMahon. Is it looking pretty greasy out there, Suits?
Oh my goodness, we are talking. we are talking a full-out downpour. Like if the interior of BC could get 2 hours of what's happening in Calgary right now, those fires would be out completely, done, because it is coming down here in buckets, and I don't think it's going to get any better. So, what was the over and under? Like, what was the line there?
63.5.
Oh, good for you guys. Here's how I know. Here's how I know about the pull of sprinkling on these games and how many people and just how many people are really enjoying it, doing it responsibly, as you mentioned, Barney. But I'm in the middle of a game. I'm on the air, and my phone buzzes. Because I have just said, hey, I hope you guys have taken the over because this looks like it's going to be a shootout here. And I get a text from Barney that says, hey, don't jinx it. I took the under at halftime.
I forgot about that, yeah.
So I immediately knocked on wood and sent back at halftime a text to Barney saying, yeah, no problem. I knocked on wood. You're all good, man. Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
Appreciate that. But, and this is Calgary. They haven't won if they haven't scored 40 points. They could get 5 turnovers, didn't do them any good. They can't score 40 points, they don't win.
Yeah, and the good news for them is that they are getting the turnovers. So in the last 3 games, Ben LaBrosse himself, who's playing corner, Canadian kid out of McGill, who's got 5 interceptions in the last 3 games. And they have turned the ball over 22 times this year, or generated 22 takeaways, which is second in the league. So when you think about that gives them more opportunities in, with half a field or with really good field position, positive field position, to put that many points up on the board. But what happens if those turnovers, run dry and they have to drive the field every time? That's the interesting, dilemma here. And in these conditions, where ball security is going to be paramount, you're gonna look at more run game, less of the deep throws because they're harder to be accurate on. Even with two great quarterbacks like we're going to see tonight here in Calgary, that it's still that much more difficult, especially the type of rain right now. Like this is not just sprinkles. Now, although in Calgary, as you guys know, it could change in the blink of an eye, and all of a sudden the sun might poke out here, but that's not what the forecast says. So
it could snow.
It could also snow. Yeah, no, but it's ball security. We're going to see run game for sure because Xander Horvath is going to start for the Lions at tailback. There's something, if you didn't know, that you might want to sprinkle on.
Oh, I'm going to my phone right now.
more run game. And he had last year in one of only 2 starts. He's only started 2 games, Horvath. One was here in Calgary last year, and he rushed for 152. And the other was in Winnipeg a couple of weeks ago when he rushed for 190-something, I think. So, in his 2 starts, he has been dominant. And they're going to start him again tonight. Last week, they kind of alternated between him and James Butler. So I think we're going to see a lot more Xander. And then especially when you add in the conditions, now you almost are forced to try and control the ball, make sure you get in manageable situations, and take care of the football.
I'm taking him to score the first touchdown of the game and an anytime touchdown. So thanks for that, Suits.
Well, Barney, the other thing is he's short yardage guy too, right? So he's the Tommy Stevens for the Lions. So if he gets down on the 1 yard line, that anytime touchdown becomes real.
You got it. What I'm interested to watch in this game, see, maybe now with the conditions, not so much, but I was very curious on what the Stampeders have done this week on their short yardage after that crucial 3rd and 1 stop of Dedrick Mills last week.
Well, here's this. This has been a topic of discussion in Calgary all week long, and some pretty irate fans because the scenario, if you don't know, you're listening in and you don't know, is that it was a tie game in Toronto, 30-all, with about 2 minutes to go and in plus territory, so just over center field, and Calgary was in 3rd and 1. They went into the shotgun with Vernon Adams and decided to hand it off to Dedrick Mills. Now, when you do that, you're 7 yards away from the line of scrimmage. So you've lost the short yardage advantage of just falling forward. You know that yard off the ball and how they say it's an advantage for the offense because it's a free yard? Well, you've lost that advantage when you're 7 yards away. So that has been a huge topic of discussion. Apparently, Pat Delmonico was the guy who made the call and the decision on that, not Dave Dickinson. But it was one that is haunting them right now. So I guarantee you they get in that situation again, they're going to go with Quincy Vaughn, their big third-string quarterback.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm going to move games, so if you got anything else on this one.
That's it.
Before we get to the Sask-Hamilton game, if Toronto goes into Edmonton, dumps them, Edmonton moves to 6-4, when it was just a couple of weeks ago, Glenn, that they were riding high with 1 loss. How quickly things can change. What's your take on that game? How do you think that one's going to go?
Well, the number 1 team in takeaways on defense is Edmonton. So I mentioned Calgary's number 2 right now, and Edmonton is in number 1. So they have a very strong defense, and if Chad Kelly throws 4 picks against them, I don't think the Argos are going to win this game because he's done that twice and won both times, which is absolutely unheard of. Once was against Calgary where he threw 4 picks and still won that game. So, he can get it done and he can put points on the board. But if they lose, that means Edmonton has now lost 3 in a row.
Yeah.
And, the difference to me and what I'm noticing here is when you start out with your great run game and just focusing on that with Rankin, and then, it's okay for a series or 2 to go play action or maybe even a game to say, everyone's keying on our run, so we're going to change it up and have Cody throw for 500, which he did, and they won. So that's fine for coaches. But if you start to think that you're going to throw for 500 every week, you're delusional. And I think that's what they've got caught up in. I just think they forgot about Justin Rankin. He's their best player on offense, maybe their best player on the team, and they've got to get back to figuring out how to get him 20 touches a game. And then they'll get back to who they kind of were to start the season when they were on that roll. But if they lose this one, boy, the West starts to get jammed together. And if BC wins, they climb up and tie Calgary. And all of a sudden, we've got quite a race in the West with Saskatchewan sitting in a nice spot from their perspective.
Let's switch games again. Collaros, or Collaros, depending on what you're calling them today and who you're speaking about, back in action. Yeah. But I'm not going to lie to you, I'm still a fan of Ottawa.
Oh, really?
Serious? Yeah.
Really? Oh, you're serious? Yeah, okay. No, okay. Guys, this the way these two teams have been playing, this is going to be a tough one to watch, I think. But I'll say this about the Winnipeg situation with Collaros is the way I say it, and I know there's 15 different ways to say it, but I call him Collaros, so we'll go with that. But with him back, now we'll actually get a good read on, is this Winnipeg Blue Bomber team declining? Are they on the downslope here? Or was it just because they didn't have their number one guy and Drew was trying to, just figure it out? I wonder if this will be the telltale game. Ottawa finds a way to come and beat that Winnipeg Blue Bomber team with Zach back. Then we can all, I think the narrative will then be, okay, this team has got too old. They're on the downslope, and they're going to fight just to get in the playoffs this year. This is going to be an interesting one because Zach is back. That's been their kind of, I won't call it an alibi, but it's been like, we didn't have our number one guy, so that's been our issue.
Yeah,
let's see.
Judge accordingly. Yeah, we were playing our backup.
Yeah.
Okay, Riders Hamilton. Riders going in. It looks like Quali Conley is questionable. I'm not. I'm worried, but I'm also, how this offense looked last week with a couple of rookie receivers and that offensive line's intact. I don't know, but what does Hamilton need to do to maybe upset the green and white here?
Yeah, it's a good way to frame it, because that's kind of the question with Harrison Frost, who I called in the game in BC Harrison Ford once. So I assure you that
give me back my son. Isn't that?
I know. And it was funny because I was leaving the house telling my wife, I said, I can't call this young quarterback Harrison Ford. I just feel like I'm going to, but I got to make sure I write a note down. So I wrote his name in big letters on the top of my chart. And just thought, okay, if it's there, it'll always remind me to not say that Indiana Jones is now starting quarterback for the Hamilton Tiger Cats. So but first quarter, right out of the gate, Harrison Ford throws a nice out here. Anyway, I digress. But, I think for them to win, they may have to try and turn the ball over a couple times, get short fields, try to get a lead, and make Saskatchewan chase it. And, you could say that about any game, sure. But, I saw some fight in him. I really did. I saw some grit in Harrison Frost, a guy who thinks like a coach, was coaching in between college and his chance to play here in Hamilton. And he can see the field like a coach does. So the reads were right. He was off on some throws and had some issues, got one picked off. But I think there's some fight in him. So they can't take him for granted. They've got a good weapons around him. We all know the receiving core and their defense is solid too. So, it's not like they can just show up, the Riders, and win this game. But if they can try to create 2 turnovers, 3 turnovers in this game against the Rider offense, or maybe even one in the kicking game, and get a short field for Harrison Frost, that'll go a long way to giving him some confidence, and maybe they can find the upset. But it's an interesting way to pose that question, Barney, to say kind of from their angle, what would they need to do?
Well, and I think it's all defense on their side. If they're going to have a chance to beat the Riders, it's definitely going to come from the defensive side of the ball. Like you say, whether it's a short field or a special teams play, it's going to be something that Hamilton does defensively to take the Riders out of this game.
Yeah, and Sharky, I think they get aggressive. You know, if it were me, I would say Trevor has been so good and so consistent, and especially with those inside slant routes. And then he baits you in, he draws you in, and then he goes over the top. And he's been so accurate and on time with those throws. If it's me, I'm going to cover 2-man, which is man-to-man on every receiver underneath with 2 helpers over the top, 2 deep players over the top. So if you get the double moves, you're protected. But if I'm Hamilton, I get a DB up in their face and play press and just say, if you're going to beat us, it won't be on that 8-yard slant route that you run a ton of and are so precisely accurate on. We can be zones with 3 or 4 players around that guy, and we're not making the play because Trevor's putting it in that window. And I think you got to try to do that. Just play on the edge, and if you give up a couple of deep ones because of it, oh well, it's okay. But that's what I'd do if I were Hamilton. I think that's what they've got to do to try and disrupt Trevor's timing.
Yep.
I'm pulling it up right now, actually, because it's just started, so I'm going to keep people. I got it live here. Detroit, Cincinnati. Dante Myers supposed to be in the lineup tonight for Cincinnati. I was just going to look. But have you heard anything, Glenn, or just from your experience? Because now the practice rosters on the NFL, allegedly, or what we've heard, is they're a little bit bigger now. With the hype that's been around Dante, I have a gentleman coming on tomorrow from one of the Cincinnati affiliates who has been keeping close eyes on Dante, and he's looked really good. So we'll find out more tomorrow. But I was one of the guys, I'm like, he's coming back. Now I'm not so sure.
Yeah, I'm hearing the same thing, and it's a lot of the sort of reports that he's really impressed and the ball is finding him and things like that. Like he gets his handful of reps, because that's always the issue when you're not a draft pick in the NFL. Is that, and I talk to so many players that have played in both leagues, and they say, when you don't get drafted and you come in as a free agent from Canada or from the CFL or from Arena League or whatever it might be, or the UFL, you get only so limited reps. You get only a handful of reps. And when you get those reps, if the ball goes the opposite direction, it's hard to impress. But apparently the ball is following him. He gets his handful of reps and he finds the ball. And, he's had a great camp. So now it's about preseason, but honestly, Barney, it still doesn't guarantee anything. I remember when Nathan Rourke was down in the NFL, played great in camp, was super impressive. They were just marveling at his processing speed like we do up here, and then had an outstanding preseason and then didn't make it. So, if you're not a draft pick, it's a tough hill to climb to get on a roster. But so far, so good for Dante, and I know we're all sort of cheering for him to make it, because when guys make it down there, they become great ambassadors for our league too.
Big time.
Curtis Rourke, I'm just reading here, he's expected to play tonight. That'll be the late game. I have a gin and soda and watch the Niner game tonight. Don't judge. I'm
not judging,
because we'll have our win in already.
We will have our win in
Calgary.
Yeah. We'll be doing well.
Suits will be texting us.
Yeah. Congratulate Suits. And Suits, I have to apologize to you. My friend cannot seem to get his life together so we can go fishing.
Yeah. Well, it's an open invitation, guys. You know that, and I'm going to get you guys out there somehow, some way. If it's not this summer, it'll be next, but we're going to make this happen. And I can't wait to hand the rod over to Barney because I know you fish,
yes.
Sharky. I know you know what you're doing. In fact, you'll probably be putting down the downriggers and everything while we drive the boat. And
Pretty comfortable in that.
Yeah, you're gonna be like a first mate on that ship.
Yeah,
and then I hand the fishing rod to Barney with a 30-pound salmon on there.
Oh,
and watch that action.
Oh. Barney's new nickname after this trip will be Gilligan, is what it'll be.
We have to strap him in like Quint did in Jaws.
That's right.
Clicking on those.
I had a few people that when they heard that bit of us talking about us possibly going out there, which still sounds like a fantastic idea, life schedule is getting in the way. I heard, or I had some people say, you have to get a picture on Suits' lawn.
With the bear in the background.
And then I said, I got to get a picture with the bear.
Exactly.
I might just go for it. I just might keep walking until I see one on there. But yeah, it's going to happen at some point.
Well, here's the thing, though, Marty. You don't want to be standing on my lawn with the bear behind you holding a salmon. I guarantee you that's a bad call.
Hey, it'd be good for clicks. That's the way it ends. That's the way it ends.
Yeah, good for the numbers. Not good for Barney.
Okay, let's keep it. Let's keep the rain coming in Calgary. You're undercover, Glenn. Let it rain all night. This has been great. We'll obviously catch up now. I'm actually off next week, so you won't hear from me, but I'm sure you'll get some text messages through the weekend.
Yeah, thanks, Barney. And hey, I like your bets, man. I like your bets.
All right.
I like it with Horvath too.
I took them.
Yeah.
Thanks, bud. Okay, have a good call.
Thank you.
Yeah. Glen Suitor is brought to you by Freeze Tallman, more than a lumberyard in Regina and Fort Capel. Delivery available to the lakes, to the house, wherever you're going. Siding, decking, roofing, windows, doors. Freeze Tallman, more than a lumberyard.
And if you're staining your deck right now going, this is stupid, call them and get some Trex or some other decking material. They don't need to stain each year.
Who would do that?
Who would have a sore back from staining his deck?
Lower left to be. Ooh, Joe Burrow just took a
lick.
In the pocket. Let's go to break. We'll come back. Sportscage. It is streaming through our YouTube channel at sportscage.com.
What's the deal with carpet? You vacuum it every week, and it still acts like it's collecting evidence.
No matter what flooring you need, the experienced local team at Flooring Superstore can help you find the right fit for your home and your budget. Whether it's hardwood, laminate, carpet, tile, vinyl, linoleum, artificial turf, floors for gyms, they've got it all.
You know, that's actually a really good deal.
Flooring Superstore. Quality floor covering at the best price. FlooringSuperstoreRegina.ca.
Winter in Saskatchewan tests everything, our patience, vehicles, and sometimes our bumpers. From icy parking lot dings to serious highway mishaps, choosing local matters. At Regina Motor Products Collision Center, we're Saskatchewan owned, run, and we drive these roads too. An SGI accredited full-service collision center working on all makes and models. Submit your SGI claim and book your appraisal. It's easy. When you need repairs you can trust, it's neighbors helping neighbors. Regina Motor Products Collision Center, south at Highways 1 and 6 Albert Street, rmpchevrolet.com.
Why juggle multiple providers when you can have one seamless experience? On the farm, acreage, or cottage, Access Communications has you covered with internet, TV, and security. One provider, one bill. One reliable rural home solution, backed by our great customer service. Get internet and Wi-Fi that hold up in tough weather, plus TV anywhere with Access Next TV. And security you can monitor from your phone. You can have it all with Access. Sign up today and save $20 per month when you combine services. Visit myaccess.ca.
Get it hot, get it fast, Western Pizza.
Some people admire abstract art, but we'd rather admire Abstract Pizza, a masterpiece of pepperoni, smoky ham, crispy bacon, bubbling melty cheese, every slice a work of delicious perfection. And if your masterpiece needs a supporting cast, add tender ribs, hearty lasagna, or mouth-watering souvlaki on the side.
Western Pizza. Dine in or take out today.
And get it hot, get it fast, Western Pizza.
Welcome back to Sports Cage. Missed any part of the show? Check out the podcast powered by Freeze Tallman at 620ckrm.com and sportscage.com.
I like that Horvath tonight.
You do? You got money on that?
There'd be lots of running game.
Yep.
It's not really windy, though.
Doesn't matter. If it's pouring rain.
I have played in it.
Ball's going to be wet. Jersey's going to be wet. There's nothing to hang on to.
They'll still air a few out.
Oh, they're going to throw a few.
I like under 63.5, so I tell you that much.
Yep.
Earlier today, the World Flag Football Championships in Dusseldorf. Canada, Austria. I should have watched this game. I might still. It's the reruns are out there. Obviously, I think it was on at 2 a.m. Canada somewhat dusted the second-ranked country in the world, Austria.
Who's number 1?
U.S. United States of America. So 26-6 was the final. Our friend Paul LaPolice, after the game, had these comments.
I think we were pretty confident in the abilities of the players we had. We had a lot of respect for Austria, what they've done before, but we just felt that we match up very well with everybody in this tournament. So proud of our guys. We took some penalties. We got to clean up, but to pitch a shutout in flag football is pretty amazing. And, proud of what these guys do on a week-to-week basis.
What do you think? How far can this go for Canada?
We can make the gold medal and win the gold medal. We feel we're as talented as anybody else, but there's a lot of talented countries. But we feel we should be in consideration, but we got to step up and do it. And that's the thing. When you don't get a lot of opportunities in these tournaments to play the top-ranked teams. So we're happy to beat the number 2 team in the world, and now we got more opportunities to play somebody else.
He says that very well, right?
Very well.
I mean, everybody there is good. This is different than other football. This is different than smack in the mouth football, right?
Yeah.
Everybody there is very, very talented. So he speaks of it well, but we're as good as anybody else here.
The reporter had an accent. I don't know where they're from. It would have been funny if they'd have been, can you tell us about the Grey Cup game in 2000? And watch them freak out.
Yeah, no, I can't actually.
The women both won.
Yep.
Or they won both of their games. So they're undefeated as well, which is nice to see. We have had some text messages here. Let's go back to the interview. And if you miss any of the interview
with Shaun
Semple, podcast form, however you listen to podcasts, audio only. You can watch it on YouTube. It's all free. That's another thing. People that know podcasts, they go, I don't want to pay for it. You don't have to pay for it.
You don't have to pay for them.
It's free.
Yeah.
All of our shows are on there. Roscoe, thank you for the text. He says, very entertaining show today. But back to the Shaun Semple thing. This has been mentioned, and he mentioned it. It's like a legacy piece for them. What they're doing. If you drive by, what is going on there? And I drive by there now almost every day because of the rink, and then going to the stadium for some stuff. And I mean, who doesn't like a breakfast sandwich in the morning or a coffee? But there's quarter of the roof off of that.
Yeah.
What is it? The Agribition building?
Agribition building. Yeah. The old Agribition building.
I guess because they're building the second floor. Now the metal beams are starting to go up.
The steel's in there, some of the concrete. Yeah.
That's the second floor.
When we were before the other tailgating before the last Rider game, we were looking at going, what is that concrete piece doing there? Where is that going to be? Now when I look at these renderings that we've got posted on this feed, you can see what's going to be there. You can see that's going to be an elevator shaft to get to the second floor. How that's going to work. So exciting for our city. So exciting for our city to have somebody invest money and make this happen. It's just outstanding.
The amount of money. If that bar looks even half as nice as that picture right there,
it looks like Vegas.
Bar,
yeah,
it absolutely. Darts in the back.
Yeah,
the dart league dart guy will be there drinking. The other thing that he mentioned on the interview, which was, and we've known about this for a long time, that they had one of the worst leases in the league.
It's been a complaint since the Pinders owned the franchise back in the 80s.
Great drugstore back in the day, by the way.
It's always been a challenge, that lease situation with Real or Exhibition Board or whatever you want to call them over the years. I remember when I worked for the Pats, it was a complaint. I remember sitting in my office on a Monday morning when Mr. Hickey had a press conference on Friday afternoon saying he was moving the team to 7 different locations because of the lease situation at Exhibition Board. But needless to say, it didn't happen. It's been a constant problem, that lease situation. And not just revenue, but access control, all the things that go into a lease situation like that. Everything from the security and the costs that go back on the team versus what's absorbed by the operations and what they take. So it's not just simply how much they're paying a game. I know that Mr. Semple does a great job of the HR management through his organizations, and the people that work for him do a good job. So I expect nothing less from this.
Do you think at some point here we'll see real dissolve and it'll just totally be taken over by this entity?
I think we're well on our way.
Yeah.
I really do. I don't know. I don't even know what will be left that Real will manage or look after.
I think it's already technically been done. I think that
the Cooperator Center, you see the orange jackets and orange shirts. Oh boy.
Yeah.
And like when the tailgate, like the union out there, I don't know how it works. Like that'll probably be at some point be dissolved as well.
Well, I don't know if it'll be dissolved, but because there's always those contracts and things you got to work with unions. But again, he makes sure the best people get the best opportunities, and I can see that happen. If you work hard for Mr. Semple, you'll get lots.
The other thing that when you drive through there, buildings aside, like the amount of work, the scope, it's somewhat geez, that parking lot, like it is way.
It's a roller coaster.
It is. It is.
It's a roller coaster. I don't want to put this back on the people that were running it or managing, because it's not something that happened overnight. It happened over years and years. Yeah, years and years and years of we'll fix that later. We'll fix that later. We'll fix that later.
But hold on there. There were people that were enabling, and I think there are still
without a doubt,
enablement going on.
Without a doubt. Yeah.
It's like George Costanza with the Penske file. What did you do? Well, I put it in an accordion folder. What have you done?
That's it.
And some people buy that.
They do.
Like some business people that have high positions could be some of the simplest people when you break it down.
Well, if you do the right thing and spend your money in the right places, you'll get the right return, right? I don't find that, and this is no knock on every government organization, but lots of government organizations don't spend money with the idea that there's going to be a return, that it's an investment. They always spend it as it's a loss, right? We're spending money. If we spend that money, we lose it. Well, no, it's an investment in your property, your facilities, your organization, your opportunities, your ability to develop, whether it's staff or the facilities or the opportunities within it. Lots of people don't see that, and Mr. Semple does.
I asked him the challenges of owning and running a major junior hockey team. And it's expensive, and
it's very expensive.
I think, like an SJHL team, the amount of work that these SJHL team and towns put in,
and their volunteers.
Oh, it's so awesome to watch.
Yeah.
And then it trickles down. Then you got senior hockey. Then you got some towns with junior B teams.
Or AAA. Yeah.
AAA teams.
You know, when we were in Yorkton last year and we had that interview with their president.
I'm glad we went and did that.
They were so excited. Even though they were in a tough spot, looking at 3-0, they were so excited for what happened to their franchise over that time period. And where it was from 3 years ago when they were saying, we might close. We need to have a season ticket draw. Right? And the rink's full. So, those organizations, they all work really, really hard. Every parent in Regina has tried to get a bus for their team to go somewhere. Everybody knows what that cost is.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot to travel. Well, think if you got to go on 36 games, and we're not talking just going to Moose Jaw back or Saskatoon. We're talking Prince George, Edmonton, Calgary, right? There's a lot more travel and a lot more dollars invested in things like that, let alone getting to equipment and staff and all the rest of it that goes into it.
By the way, we were invited to go to the Flin Flon home opener. Really? I forgot to tell you that. And
you won't go with me to Vancouver.
You don't want to hear it from me in my schedule. Oh, let me guess, you can't go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate being that guy. So I'm just saying when the invite was there.
Okay, we can go fishing there too.
Yeah, I want to go to the Whitney Forum.
Well,
I want to experience the atmosphere. I've always wanted to do it. I think it'd be a great place to do a show from. I don't call the shots on that.
What's the budget like?
The cans in the coffee room. You know that.
We're having a bake sale next Wednesday.
We could have a bake sale.
I could make some
pheasant
jerky.
Pheasant Nanaimo bars.
No, pheasant spring rolls. I got another story for you off air.
We had a bake sale, and Sharky shows up with pheasant spring rolls.
They'd be a hot sell. They'd be gone in no time.
You'd look like an absolute, yeah.
No, I wouldn't.
Someone actually we were with, and they were like, "Oh, those sound like that'd be really good." And I'm like, "Don't enable him, please. Not around me, anyway. Not around me." Tonight, we're watching this. Joe Flacco is now in at quarterback.
They started Burrows
for the Cincinnati. He literally just threw it away. We're trying to see if Dante Myers is going to get into the game. Dante Myers is going to get a catch. How does Dante Myers look? And like I said, we're going to talk more about that tomorrow when Joe Dannerman joins us from Cincinnati, who has been watching Dante
and reporting
at practices. And yeah, I egg on my face, guy, because I was like, we're getting him back. As if he's not coming back. And I don't know. He hasn't. There's been. I
don't think he's been in yet.
They've had 6 receptions, and yeah, he is not on the list so far.
No
starters.
Oh, he's out there now. There's number 80.
Starters are out. Oh,
is 81? Oh, I thought he was 80. Sorry,
I thought he was 82.
Well, we're
no,
all
80
off.
is Andre Losivas. Sorry for the Losivas family if I butchered that. Good chance you have no idea who I am. Okay, we're going to go to break. Come back. We still have Del Duncan Busby coming up here on the Sports Cage. We are on the home of sports in Saskatchewan, 620 CKRM. We're always streaming the show as well through our YouTube channel at sportscage.com.
Great coaches make great calls. And at home, you're in control of the game. Add SaskTel TV to your lineup and enjoy popular channels, including sports in stunning 4K for as low as $40 a month. So, what do you say, Coach? Ready to add in the difference maker? Visit SaskTel.com/make-the-call to learn more. Conditions apply.
If you've got a Steelcraft garage door, you've got a door with parts manufactured and assembled right here in Canada. A door with better insulation and seal, plus a warranty you're probably never going to use. And if you don't have a Steelcraft garage door, you should get one. Don't just hang a door, install a Steelcraft. Turn curb appeal into curb envy.
Steelcraft door, Steelcraft door, Steelcraft door. We offer more.
Steel-craft.ca.
Why test for asbestos? Because before 1990, asbestos was commonly used in more than 3,000 building materials and other products. Because when asbestos fibers become airborne, they get into the lungs and cause severe damage over time. Because asbestos exposure is the #1 cause of work-related deaths in Saskatchewan. Built before 1990? Test for asbestos. Start at worksafesask.ca.
Have you seen the patio at Pump Jack's Cathedral?
Seen it? I've practically moved in.
Do they at least charge you rent?
Only if I stop ordering food.
I don't blame you. Great food, daily food and drink specials.
30 beers on tap, including local favorites.
And there's no better place to catch the game with friends.
So what are we waiting for?
I'm waiting for this conversation to be over. Let's go.
On the corner of Albert and 13th, Pump Jack's Cathedral Saloon and Steakhouse. Come early, stay late. The place where friends meet.
Text CKRM 306-936-6262. Powered by Prairie Land Rentals. From power tools to skid steers, they probably have what you need for your job. 600 Albert Street, where you deal with the owner. It's time for the Sports Ticker. Brought to you by Steelcraft Doors Regina. Made in Western Canada for Western Canadians.
Some news out of Rider practice today. It looks like Quali Conley is questionable for the game in Hamilton this weekend. Also, the Riders signed an American receiver today named Rashad Owens. Cincinnati Bengals walk-on, at a cup of coffee there. He's been on the Calgary Stampeders practice roster earlier this year. Week 11 starts tonight in a rainy Calgary. BC Stamps. Stamps were 4.5-point favorites, 3.5 in some places. The over-under, like we hit 63.5, and it sounds like it ain't going to stop raining. World Flag Football Championships in Dusseldorf today, early this morning. Canada 26-6 over Austria. Austria was a second-ranked team going in. The women, Canada 27-14 over Panama, and they beat Brazil 36-6. Major League Baseball today. Blue Jays dropped the fourth game in their series with the Red Sox 7-0. Western Canadian Baseball League, the finals are set starting Saturday in Sylvan Lake. The Saskatoon Berries will play in their first WCBL final, and NFL preseason 6 games tonight. Some are on right now. We're trying to see if Dante Myers is going to get on the field for the Cincinnati Bengals as they play at home against Detroit. Curtis Rourke expected to play tonight for San Francisco. That's the sports ticker for Steelcraft Doors in Regina, Prince Albert, and Saskatoon. Their doors are made in Western Canada for Western Canada. Steelcraft Doors. Oh, and also I got to give a shout out to the Sasky fellas at the Canadian Junior Golf Championships, which is going on here in Regina at the Wascana. Round 3 today. Ryan Mosier from Saskatoon shot a 69, tied for 16th. Harrison Franklin tied for 20th with a 69. And Austin Nesbitt from Pilot Butte, the youngster, tied for 34th after a 72 today. So good job on those kids at that event. And then obviously a plug tonight at 10 p.m. is your last chance, or your cutoff is at 10 p.m. for the Rough Rider Foundation 50-50. To get in on the early bird, you're buying a 50-50 for the game this weekend in Hamilton. You can still buy 50-50s for road games. Yep. And then you're in for the early bird prize if you buy it before 10 o'clock, which is a Montreal getaway for 2, return flights, Sasky to Montreal, 4 nights hotel accommodations at the 4-star W Montreal in the heart of downtown Montreal, or take $4,500 cash, riders5050.ca. There's also a Miracle Treat Day today. I should have got you a blizzard. When's the last time you had a blizzard?
25 years ago.
You should go buy one today because the money goes to children's hospitals.
Longer than that. So like 35 years ago.
What flavors did they have back? That's a long time ago.
I don't even remember.
Like weird flavor.
No.
Grind up something weird in there.
No.
Oreo?
No.
You an Oreo guy?
Crunch, Crispy Crunch. Was Crispy Crunch available?
They used to. That's a good throwback. I don't think they have that anymore.
Yeah, that would have been my go-to. I love the Crispy Crunch.
That toffee gets stuck in your teeth, but I like Score.
Yeah.
Score is good.
Yeah.
As well. So Miracle Treat Day today. Dairy Queen's money goes to Children's Hospital in our city and around Saskatchewan. What else did you want to talk about? World peace.
World peace.
You said.
Pray for the wineries in BC. Yeah.
Yeah, that's ugly out there.
They say it's going to change. Like the smoke is going to change all the wine.
Really?
It changes the flavor of the grapes.
I guess.
So there's going to be some really unique wines come out in the next couple of years as they go through the process with these grapes.
Kevin on the Prairie Land Rentals text line. A pheasant blizzard?
Yeah, that would be off. Yeah.
Oh, Pat's got a good idea.
Go ahead.
Suggestion. Let's have a cook-off between Barney and Sharky on the Sportscage. Hilarious. Guess who wins? Is there a line for that? I'll sprinkle Pat.
I could make something that even you would go, that's unbelievable, and I would never eat that.
We got another one. Roscoe yummed a pheasant spring rolls. Gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah. Well, I'm not wasting it on you. I'm not bringing it in for you anymore.
I don't even. I would make my go-to, and my kids will say this. My daughter calls it the orange chicken. Is I make chicken Monterey. Remember from Bonanza?
I never had chicken when I went to Bonanza.
What did you have?
Just had a steak.
The Fresh Tastics food bar? Only?
This is the food bar and a steak. Yeah.
Not a bad idea. Prairie Land Rentals text line 936-6262. How about a little Del Duncan Busby? Dave Thomas sat down with the Sasky receiver. Here it is.
Del Duncan Busby, Challenge against Hamilton coming up this week. They're the number 2 passing defense in the Canadian Football League. What do you expect to see from them this weekend?
I expect to see them play hard. I expect it to be like a close game. They're battling and stuff like that. Obviously, right now, they want to make a statement, especially against us. We're one of the top teams in the league, so I expect it to be a hard-fought battle.
Do you find that quite often teams want to make a statement against you being the defending Grey Cup champions?
I would say yeah, because I feel like, we kind of hold that little chip on our shoulder for being the reigning champions, and I feel like a lot of teams, they want to look at us and the fact that we are winning games right now, they want to be like, well, we can knock them off too.
Take me inside your offense right now. You are moving around a lot. That requires a lot of study time. How have you found your preparation, and how have you found that movement for you in terms of position?
I would say that it's been good, I feel like we do a really good job of communicating as an offense and stuff like that. So even if, let's just say, I don't know what it is that I may be doing, I can rely on my teammates and my brothers to be able to, figure out what it is that I got to do. But I also have been in the offense for 3 years too, so I kind of do understand a good amount of the offense too.
You've talked to me quite often about the pride that you take in being able to be a contributor in the run game with your blocking. It seems like you're doing more of that and having a lot of success doing it. What have you seen from yourself on film, and how has that growth gone?
I've seen more consistency in myself in that way. I think that was my big thing going into the season, was building consistency, and I feel like I'm working towards that, getting to that point where I am a lot more consistent.
How do you feel your reads have gone? Is the game slowing down in front of you? As you mentioned, you're not a rookie anymore.
Oh, for sure. I'm definitely seeing what's going on. I trust my eyes. Obviously, I put in a lot of work throughout the week and seeing the different type of defenses that we could be going up against. And the coaches put us in a really good position to be able to understand what it is that we're going up against. So I would say that the game is definitely slowing down for me.
First possessions this year, your offense has scored more than 50% of the time this year by putting points on the board. What does that mean that you've been able to start so fast, and how has it happened?
It means a lot. Obviously, we want to be able to put our foot on their throats, so then that way, we can kind of demoralize them is kind of the best way to put it. So I would say that it puts a really big emphasis. We put a really big emphasis on starting fast. We talk about it every week, whether or not it's a team meeting and in the offense meeting room. We want to start fast and finish strong. And so the fact that we're able to do that has been, kudos, like I said, to us as players and also the coaches putting us in the right positions.
Last week, it looked to me like Trevor Harris was completely dialed in his reads and directing the offense, especially when you went quick, whether it was up tempo or no huddle. What have you seen from your quarterback leader?
It's been there, done that. You could tell the experience from him, and it's a great person to have back there. He trusts all of us, be able to do what we got to do. I would also say that it's also a really big contributor to the fact of us knowing what we got to do, especially with a lot of new faces and stuff like that. So us being able to play fast and make the defense get a little bit tired, because us receivers, we run all day. So making the defense tired and us not being tired is definitely a big advantage for us.
Lastly, you know what it's like going into Hamilton. Why is it so tough to play there?
They have some rowdy crowd. They have a rowdy crowd. So I would say that, the fans kind of get into it. Obviously, they're going to try to use them. Hamilton's going to use them as a little bit of a spark and try to utilize their noise and stuff like that to try to get in our heads a little bit. So it does get a little bit loud over there, but ain't nothing like the 13th man. So it's all good.
Del, it's been a lot of fun watching you with and without the ball this season. Continued success.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Now that you can get 3 years scheduled maintenance on any new 2026 Volkswagen SUV, like the Taos, Tiguan, Atlas, or Crossport, plus 4 years limited warranty on all Volkswagen models, you can leave your car worries behind and start enjoying a little peace of mind. Until it's time to start worrying about other things, like what to make for dinner tonight. For terms and conditions and to find great offers, visit VW.ca.
Volkswagen.
Oh, hey, Cal.
Hey, dude.
Hey, Cal.
Hey, dude.
Cal, have you been out in the sun too long again?
No way, dude. Just chilling and vibing in my new shoes from Cowtown.
Ah, I see you're wearing a pair of Hey Dudes.
That's what I said. Hey, dude.